Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a live watch along of this epic, once in a lifetime kind of night here with Ronda Rousey taking on Gina Carano in this main event of this first ever MMA card put together by MVP Jake Paul's productions company there. A lot to kind of get excited about tonight, a lot to see here. This is a live watch along. You are not going to see the actual fights on this watch along. So if you think you're going to be able to see the fights, you're not. You're going to be watching the fights and reacting with me as I'm reacting to it and seeing what's going on here. So yes, that's essentially what we're doing here tonight, and going to take a look at all these fights that are happening tonight. And I'm watching it right now. We're seeing the opening here with Gina and Ronda doing their promotion for this battle. We see the young young Gina Carano there talking about how she laid the foundation for women's MMA. And of course, if you've watched any of the behind the scenes stuff with Ronda Rousey, Ronda has said how Gina was the one that motivated her. So, and this is Uma Thurman doing the voiceover for this stuff, which was pretty cool. If you guys haven't watched this documentary, it's on Netflix. And the documentary has like 2 shots of Christian Harloff talking about his predictions or whatever. And of course, Gina Carano came out today and said that she has lost 100 pounds over the last, I think, 20 months. So it was about 5 pounds a month that she lost. So she was at 240 something, and now she's down to 141, I think. So, or 140. Yeah. You know, Mike Perry, yeah, the bare knuckles boxer there. Ngannou. Yeah, Philipe. Nobody thinks Philipe Lins has a shot, but you never know. Good shots of them there. It's going to be an interesting battle tonight. I tell you, a lot of people agree with me that Ronda's going to take her out, maybe in the first round. I think there's a real possibility they carry this fight 3 rounds so that, you know, everyone gets their money's worth, and then we really get to it in the 3rd round, possibly. Or maybe Carano, you know, lands some shots that are surprise shots from the outside because she's a striker, she's a fighter, and Ronda's much more skilled, obviously, at taking her down. So will they actually legitimately fight from the opening bell, or will this be more of an agreement and then they're really going to get into it? Or, you know, or are we going to go from the thing, you know, so from the jump, we'll see in that situation here. And Gina, of course, is, you know, she's got a puncher's chance to take down Ronda, but she's been out for 17 years. It's really hard to get your rust back after 17 years, or take the rust off after 17 years and be able to go toe to toe with one of the best people to have ever done it, which is Ronda Rousey. So it's a hell of a tall order that Gina Carano has put herself has called up for herself, but it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy for sure. So let me adjust my camera a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Oh. All right, there we go. Elle Duncan is hosting, huh? All right. Remember her from ESPN with Ariel Helwani, of course. Tyron Woodley, yes. Yeah. Too much of moving of the hands there, Elle. You don't want to cover people's faces. Oh, wow. Look at all the commentary. Jose Aldo go doing some commentary. That's great. So there's a lot of people. What do you guys think about this fight? Like right out, because we got a little while before the fight actually happens. I think they're walking down at 8 o'clock, depending on how these preliminary fights go. So, what are your predictions? Do you think Ronda Rousey is just going to take her out immediately? Do you think Gina has a real shot? Do you think this goes the distance? Is this go to a decision by any chance? Who do you anticipate will be winning this fight? And what are your reasons? Right? You know, we could all predict, but what are your reasons? See, I think my reasons are I think she's been Gina's been away too long, and I think Ronda is desperate to get a victory, and she wants to look good. And like she said on the press conference, she wants to be the face of this promotion going forward. And although she's saying this is a one-off, everybody says it's a one-off until it's a success, right? Like the Joker movie, everyone said that was a one-off. No way they're doing a sequel. They did a sequel. They should have never done a sequel. and we saw what happened there. So I don't know. I mean, people say a lot of stuff, and then money rolls in, views roll in, opinions come in, and all of a sudden things change. So it's going to be fascinating to see how this all goes down between Gina and Ronda. There's a lot of places you can go with this, but look, this is an undercard. Okay, just to be honest, not a great undercard, but there are some good fighters on this undercard and some interesting matchups for sure. I mean, the Nate Diaz Mike Perry matchup. I don't know what's going to happen with that because Perry's a bare knuckle boxer. He's done MMA stuff, of course. He's had a good record there, and then Nate is such a X factor. They showed he was in some interview with Netflix over the last couple of days, and after he's done with his workout, which he didn't even break a sweat, by the way, he allegedly lit up a joint and had a couple of puffs from it. So, will we get the Nate Diaz, who's very relaxed and confident, roll it up in here and just absolutely turn this into a bloodfest? Will he overwhelm Perry, or will Perry just keep him at a distance and do what needs to be done? There's a lot to consider when looking at this situation between those guys as well. Let's see. I was looking at the Yahoo breakdown of this. And they said age is on the side of the 34-year-old Perry here, who's only honed his striking skills in life since the UFC. He's become the poster boy for bare knuckle boxing. This is Mike Perry there. Perry is as violent as they come, and his striking arsenal now gets reopened under MMA rules. Obviously, he'll be at a disadvantage on the ground against the sneakily underappreciated grappler that Diaz is, but that's mostly in the jiu-jitsu department. Diaz has never been a strong wrestler by any means, and his submissions have often come off striking exchanges or getting taken down first, the latter of which Perry is unlikely to do. Even with that in mind, Diaz won't be shooting for takedowns either. This should largely be a kickboxing match disguised as an MMA fight, and Perry is an overall bigger threat with his tools, packing power in every strike. Diaz is more of a death by 1,000 cuts type boxer, but stopping Perry will be quite the task, one that will require the 41-year-old Diaz to survive long into the night. And both men last fought the MMA in their final UFC bouts, Mike Perry in 2021, Nate Diaz in 2022. Perry lost his welterweight clash to Daniel Rodriguez, and Diaz secured a fourth-round guillotine chokeout against Tony Ferguson. So that's what you see there. Oh, DraftKings doing their promotion now. All right, let's move on to the other matchup. The other matchups here, right? A little preview for these. All right, Francis Ngannou against Philipe Lins. Pretty much everyone thinks that Ngannou is going to take this one, and that Lins, as described in Yahoo, is the weekend sacrificial lamb. He did leave the UFC fight. He did leave the USC. Sorry to say again. He did leave the UFC on a 4-fight win streak, but that was 2 years ago at light heavyweight because he couldn't make it in the heavyweight division. And Ngannou has been mostly inactive since he left UFC in 2022. So there's been a 4-year break there, particularly MMA, because I think he's been boxing, but he still carries nuclear power that could sleep 2 horses at once. And he's continued to work on his overall game, as seen as his 2024 fight against Renan Ferreira. Lins has nothing more than a puncher's chance here, in my opinion. That's the Yahoo analyst there. Let's see what CBS says about this fight. Do they preview this fight? No, I guess not. I thought they previewed this fight. That's on me. I thought I had something with them previewing this fight. I wanted to see other points of views on this one. Well, let's see here. I was looking at one. Let's see. Where is it? Maybe the predictions here from MMA Fighting. Let's take a look at this one if they've got some breakdowns. Okay. Yeah, Friends Ngannou, they're predicting MMAfighting.com predicts Ngannou by a knockout. As far as B-sides go, Philipe Lins is respectable. He won a PFL tournament as a heavyweight in 2018. And later made a logical move back down to light heavyweight where he found renewed success. Lins was actually 4-0, competing at 205 pounds in the UFC before parting ways with the promotion in 2024. He's not really a heavyweight. He doesn't have nearly enough power to deal with Ngannou. Lins can grapple, though, but Ngannou shored up his wrestling defense after the first Stipe Miocic fight, and he hasn't looked back. Stipe, is this Stipe? I think it's Stipe. It's been a while since I said his name. It's only a matter of time before Ngannou locks in and knocks Lins into another dimension. Tanner Boser needed less than 3 minutes to knock Lins out. What do you think Ngannou's going to do to him? That's fair. The other fight is Saladin Parnasse versus Kenneth Cross. Parnasse is on a red-hot finishing streak right now. And that should be extended when he meets Kenneth Cross, a former 2-division KSW champion. Parnasse would already be contending in the UFC's loaded lightweight division with a promotion a little more loose with its purse strings. But their loss is MVP's gain as the Frenchman gets to strut his stuff live on Netflix now. Let's see. Don't expect much in the way of volume from Parnasse, at least until he smells blood, at which point he starts firing on all pistons. Parnasse is constantly moving, bobbing and weaving, searching for openings to throw finishing shots. Cross is a good offensive fighter. This is Kenneth Cross, but he's highly susceptible to counters, and that's a recipe for disaster against Parnasse. Once Parnasse registers Cross's lack of head movement, he'll only need a few well-placed strikes to put Cross down. Should Parnasse put Cross on his back, that will be even worse, as Parnasse is capable of some truly devastating ground and pound maneuvers. So that's what MMA Fighting thinks. Let's see what Yahoo thinks on this one. Where is it here? Yeah, let's see. Cross is a great prospect in his own right. Should have been signed to the UFC after his Contender Series victory in 2020. He's gone 6-1 since and put himself in a reasonable position to earn a fight of this magnitude on this card. Expect a very high-level striking match in this one. That's between that's the Saladin Cross one. Sorry about that. Where's the Parnasse one? Where did we put that one? Did they not have I don't think they've got. Oh, I guess they didn't. I thought they had this one. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, Saladin. Sorry about that. Yeah, Saladin. Cross is expect a very high level striker match, but he's largely Parnasse. Parnasse is the more well-rounded overall fighter, and often slices and dices opponents before getting them to the mat for ground and pound for submission finales. This guy's a straight-up killer. Could the pressure of the moment be too big, though? Sure, but this is a man who's accrued some great experience in KSW and shown up more often than not. Parnasse is legit. The other fight is at 265 pounds, Junior Dos Santos versus Robles Despaigné. I hope I'm saying that right. It's two heavyweights. This is another heavyweight fight here thrown into this situation. UFC essentially bailed on the Robles Despaigné project as soon as he was exposed to have zero wrestling defense. And clearly, the guy is still a solid deliverer of entertainment when exclusively striking, and that's why this matchup with Junior Dos Santos was made. Dos Santos, the former UFC heavyweight champion, has perpetually been a striker of the highest order. I truly can't recall a single time Dos Santos has ever shot for a takedown, and I've seen nearly his entire MMA career. But according to UFC stats, he did attempt 10 shoots out of 20 in 23 fights, landing half of them, so 5. Dos Santos admittedly had a minor late career resurgence in game-bred bare-knuckle MMA with wins over Fabricio Verdum. I remember Fabricio. And Alan Belcher in recent years. You know, guys more around his current age range. Though those fights took place in 2023 and 2024 respectively, so he hasn't been the most active. Essentially, Despaigné is a monster of a man with freshness on his size. It won't take much from the 6'7" giant to put out a weathered Legends lights. So they protect Despaigné in this one. And that's Yahoo. Let's see who MMA Fighting has on this one. They picked Dos Santos. Oh, interesting. What's their logic? Dos Santos also reported he has a lot of mileage on, even if his plans to shoot rain right away. Who's to say Despaigné doesn't catch him on the counter or leave him face down the canvas? Let's see. Dos Santos decides to enter. Okay, so their predictor says that if Dos Santos decides to trade fists with Despaigné to start the fight, he's going to be knocked out. With respect to the former user, he legitimately Dos Santos needs to accept his limitations here and do something. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Dos Santos needs to accept his limitations here and do something Despaigné cannot do, which is grapple. They say in karate combat, Dos Santos has no obligation to beat Despaigné in the middle and throw down. What better way to remind millions and millions of viewers that this is MMA by sprinkling in some wrestling and jiu-jitsu? Despaigné has run roughshod over his karate combat foes, but Dos Santos is in another class. So this is going to be some fascinating stuff to see with these fights tonight for sure. I'm looking forward to it. I hope we get a good night of battles here and have some fun with them, because I like this. I like to watch fights. I'm a big fan of boxing, MMA. Dennis Zen, way back in the Collider Sports days, had an MMA show and occasionally guest on it and have fun as a co-host on it. Mauro Ranallo. Yeah, I love it. Kenny Florian too. I love Mauro. He's the best. Such the best. If you guys haven't seen Mauro Ranallo's documentary, I highly recommend it. It explores his mental health issues and how he navigated them and what he went through as an announcer, a wrestling announcer at the time. So just highly recommend that doc if you guys haven't watched it. John, are you fighting Benny Johnson tonight? No. Benny is way younger than me, and he's got those gym muscles. So I don't know. He could probably take me out at this age. So yeah, no. So just letting you guys know, thank you. We've got 160 of you joining me live. Thank you so much. I appreciate it badly. Please don't get it twisted. I am not this massive MMA expert. I watch MMA. I like MMA. I know MMA, but I am not some, certified expert. I'm here to have fun watching these fights, having back and forth with you guys, and just having a good time. Just pretend like I'm sitting on the couch next to you watching these fights with you. That's basically the attitude I bring to these watch alongs. Some of you may be new to my channel. Thank you, Sarah, very much for taking a chance on this, but most of you know that I do these WWE watch alongs all the time for the premium live events, and it's basically the same kind of energy. Although there are less matches in this situation, but just going to be talking about this stuff and taking a look at it, analyzing what we saw, and hearing from you all. I guess I should say that now. The Streamlabs and super chats are open already. 4 super chats have come through, which I very much appreciate. Did I already put that in the chat here? Let me see. Oh, I know I didn't. So yeah, I just got caught up with starting this thing without looking at if I've set up the people to send some stuff. So let me see here. Let me get it up on there. Now would be a good time to insert ads. Okay, I'm inserting ads. All right. So let's see. Where is the thing? All right, here we go. Banners. Yeah, if you want to send a question for me. Yeah, you hear them breaking this thing down. All right. If you want to joke, and of course, I thought for John, go to. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we're starting with the Dos Santos. Okay, cool. End message. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull this out, make it its own window. If at any point you guys can hear my hear the Netflix fight, please let me know because I don't want to have any audio on here because they'll just give me a strike on the channel or strike on the situation. Please, that would be over in like I don't know 30 seconds. For God's sakes. Uh, Anyway, thank you to everybody who's listening to the super chat. So we're about to get to the first fight. Let's answer some of these. Wiley said, "So sending support for Rocha. Thanks for doing this. Spent the morning doing school and watching Tin Cup for the second time. Good film, Tin Cup. I like Tin Cup. It's so frustrating how Kevin Costner won't listen to everybody in the middle of the film, but then by the end, he's doing the same thing, and you're supporting him like Rene Russo does. So yeah, I love Tin Cup. It's a film people don't talk about enough as a great sports film. It certainly is a good one. Master System Call, Saw Obsession is God Is and Into the Gray all day. Yes, but no opinions? You don't want to give us what you thought about them? That's a hell of a lineup, seeing all 3 of those in one day, for God's sakes. Bagel with Benefits says, "K, I'm dumb. I really don't keep up with fighting. I was under the impression this was going to be boxing. No. It's MMA is a mixture of boxing, wrestling, jujitsu, martial arts. Like it's a mixture of every fighting style you can learn and study. In fact, the great ones are the ones who can really do all the particular skills well, um, or at least decently well, and be able to handle themselves in the ring because you never know what your opponent can do, and you've got to be able to meet them at their level. And that's the thing that's interesting about the Gina Carano Ronda Rousey situation because Ronda Rousey is much more of martial artist, much more a grappler. She's not really known for her striking, right? But she has been caught because she's not really known for her striking. So that's where people think Gina Carano might have the edge because she is much more of a striker than a grappler. She can grapple, but she's much more of a striker than a grappler. So it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of size each other up when they get in that ring. Scott Edwards says, "Is Captain Marvel and Storm in Doomsday?" I don't know. I haven't heard if they're in Doomsday or not, so I can tell you that right now. Scott also knows, "Are you excited to see Kate Bishop in Doomsday?" Oh, sure. If she shows up in Doomsday, I'll be very excited to see that for sure. Yeah, I'll be excited. Have you guys seen who is being looked at for James Bond? Tom Francis is, I think it's Tom Francis, is being looked at or has auditioned. That's the reports today. I'm not too familiar with his work. Do you guys like this guy? Does he make sense? What do you guys think about this? Let me know because I have no idea who this is. So let's see. Is that right, James Bond? I think it's Tom Francis. All right, you're hearing them break down everything. Yeah, Tom Francis, 26-year-old British actor, best known for appearing opposite Nicole Scherzinger in the stage production of Sunset Boulevard, which I think Nicole won the Tony for. Didn't translate to tickets for the Pussycat Dolls, though, did it? Francis is one of many performers jockeying for the part. The casting process is ongoing and being overseen by Nina Gold from Game of Thrones. Hell yeah. All right, here we go. Let's get this on. Dos Santos is still coming out, huh? Okay. Yeah. I remember watching Junior Dos Santos way back when. So nice to see him be a part of this. I mean, this is the way they're doing it, right? It's almost like a Saudi Arabia. What's the one that the WWE does, a Crown Jewel? Like they're finding the people of name who maybe have faded a little bit and want to bring them out, and get a little name recognition, a little fun, and see what they can do. So here we go. And this is the hexagonal ring, which is interesting to use. For those of you who remember, the old school TNA used to have a hexagonal ring. I got to get merch. Look, everybody's got merch. Everybody's got their name on shirts. I just don't have the ego to put my name on shirt. That's the problem with me. Is I don't have an people think I have an ego. I don't have enough of an ego to put my face and my name on my own merch. It's why the Hot Mic is a little slow on getting merch out. The Outlaw Nation was slow on getting merch out, and the John Rocha channel probably will be as well. So, but yeah, I need to get on that shit because I mean there are people who very much want to support what we do here. So I need to make that a little more available. Here we go. Yeah, they're checking things out. Look at those. Look at those abs. Goodness gracious. This guy's ready to go, man. This is going to be a hell of a fight, I think. This is the one that the two analysts were split on. I think MMA fighting took uh, this and MMA fighting took Dos Santos. So we'll see. Yeah, Despaigne. Yeah, that's what we do. We work. All right, see here. Paul says, live with you, John. This is rare. I know. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Scott says, does Mando and Grogu have any big cameos doing the movie? Mando and Grogu are in the movie. Yes. Cameos. Oh, cameos from other stuff. I'm not going to tell you that. I saw so many of people trying to get information from us. Does Luke show up? Does whatever? Like, come on, guys. Go see the movie and then you'll find out. No, anyone who's trying to give you spoilers should be removed from any screening down the road. Here we go. First official fight of the night here. Turn this up a little bit. I don't know who these people are. Dorian is a leg disabled. Oh, Darian is leg disabled. Says, thanks for doing the stream, man. Then again, it's kind of your job. Just kidding. Please don't fuck my dad. That's right. Also, Whiplash episode of Cinephiles was excellent. Oh, I'm glad you listened to it. 3-hour episode, part 2 of our discussion on Whiplash. Really a lot of fun. Don't forget tomorrow. I tweeted this out. Tomorrow we are going live on the Cinephiles YouTube channel to talk about how the artistic process is profiled in movies and what it says about us and what are some of the best movies that showcase the artistic process. So that'll be on my Cinephiles YouTube channel, 3 p.m. PT tomorrow. I'm going to blast that out a little bit later. So yeah. Thanks, bud. I'm drinking Kool-Aid, watching Rocha in the fights. I dig it, man. It's true. I dig it. Thanks for hanging out with me. How many we got right now? 163. Oh, that's good. That's good for a start. We usually have way less when we start the WWE. So it certainly picks up by the time we get to the final. So it tells you there's a lot of interest in this. And I appreciate you all hanging out with me. And as people are showing, you can send in super chats about anything. I'm happy to talk about anything because we're going to have time in between these fights. There's definitely going to be some gaps in between these fights. And at some point during the live event, I'm gonna go grab some dinner. We ordered some chicken wings. So I'm gonna bring those out for myself a little bit later. Some baked chicken wings a little bit later. So here we go. This is gonna be fun. There you go. There's the family. Look at that. Get it. Junior, come here. Stop talking to the family. We got a fight to do. What is he? He looks like a baby in a Bjorn. Why don't you just give the guy a mic? Here we go. This could be over quick, man. Or this could, you know, go a little bit longer than people expect. Oh, by the way, this is my rule. Do not ruin the results of these fights in the chat. I will block you if you do it. I will say the results because you're watching my watch along. So I will say I will say the results. So just letting you guys know, please do not reveal who wins these fights until I say who won the fight. And we can all chat about it. Oh, uh-oh. Shit, he might have already hobbled him a little bit on that. Yeah, man. Don't discount those kicks, man. Those kicks can take you out. Oh, this Bane, yeah. Look, he's just measuring him. He's just measuring Junior. How is he breathing heavy already? It's interesting. Or maybe this is how he gets himself psyched up. Oh, Junior trying to shoot him. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, shit. He caught him on a move. Whoa. Dos Santos caught him as he was trying to make a move on him. Oh, again. He's trying to match the kicks with the punch so he can catch him off balance. Kind of a smart move. I mean, if you're gonna, how do you get a big guy? How do you submit a big guy? You got to get him down, especially a guy's bigger than you. Taking, oop. Ooh. Yeah, both of them are trying to kind of get that shot in there to rattle the other one. Ooh. Well, look at the placement. That's what you got to watch. Clearly, Dos Santos is the one like being the aggressor. He's trying to pin him. He's trying to get him against the cage there. He's the one that's being more of the aggressor. Spain is just waiting for him. He can get that one bomb on him and try to take him out. See what I'm saying? Well, there it is. That's what Junior's waiting. That's what Despain is waiting for. Ooh! Oh, damn! That was a hell of an uppercut. Damn! Oof! Junior's tough, man. He's already. I think he might be already bleeding, or he might be puffed up. Or this could be done. This might be done, y'all. Junior's got to fight back. This might be done, y'all. There's still 2.5 minutes left, man. These are 5-minute rounds. This isn't your typical 3-minute round you see in boxing. Oh, watch out now. Yeah, this isn't choreographed fights you see in the movies, guys. This is legitimate guys getting at it, and slips will happen, off balance stuff will happen, but it doesn't take away from their ferocity or their abilities or their strength as fighters. You know, Despain has so far been handling Dos Santos's kicks just fine. Oof. Oh, that's it. Good night. Over. 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 Oh, my goodness. All that celebration, all that stuff with the family, everything like that. And then bang, you're out in 3 minutes. Oh, the MMA game is a cruel game, y'all. It is a cruel, cruel game. Oh, man. I feel so bad for him. Damn, he got rocked, homie. Ah, this guy is insane. He is scary, man. This guy. Hold the flag up, dog. Damn, poor Junior, man. Oof. The pride there, man. The pride it hurt because he seemed like he was like really kind of excited, hanging with it, laughing about it. He's probably a little out, man. It's like they're probably telling him he lost the fight. He's a little out of it. Wham! Oh, boom! Good night. Oh, dude. What I once spoke to a boxer years ago about how do you knock someone out, right? And he said there's 5 points on the face that you can knock someone out. And my man hit like 3 of them, I think, right on the side, and then the other side, and then bang, right straight up to the nose and stuff. But like, don't discount the side punches. they can knock you out too, like just absolutely rock you. So it seemed like he was setting him up for that straight fight, straight shot that he knocked him out with, man. Beautiful knockout. Now, yeah. Esco says we got blood. Yes, we do. Oh man, that was rough, bro. That was rough, brother. Well, there you go. So, like, MMA fights are not going to be like WWE fights. They're going to go 15 to 20 minutes or 10 minutes. Sometimes they're done in the first round, especially because some of these guys are older and either they haven't done it in a while, or the skills deteriorate after time, and so you're not as strong as you were before. You're not able to take the punches like you could before it happens. Some of you young motherfuckers are out here roaming around making comments on some of us older motherfuckers. Yeah, make all the comments you want, but eventually you'll get here too. And it's not like it used to be. Trust me, and you'll see. And then young people will be making fun of you for sure. V-Red says, Rocha, did you ever do any MMA training? Yes, years ago, when I was doing CrossFit. I did CrossFit for like 3 years back in the mid 2000s, I think. When I loved it, by the way, loved CrossFit. Might be doing it again here as I'm kind of exploring getting back into getting built big, getting big again. Oh, what's he say? Oh yeah. So anyway, yeah, I went a couple of times to a session. That shit's no joke, guys. No joke. And they will put you through your paces the first couple of times. And I thought about it. I really thought about it because I mean, I'd love to fight and see if I could hang, but like you're asking to basically fuck your face up, fuck your ears up. There's a lot you're dialing into. And at the time, I think I was in my late 30s, early 40s. And so I was like, yeah, no. She's a cutie. He's thanking his team. He says it feels good. Yeah. And his team back in Orlando and his family and his daughter, Joanna, and his mom and his brothers. So all of Cuba. Free Cuba. There you go. Oh, political statement. Does he understand English? Yeah, her Spanish is great. The Spanish is not that. It's good. It's not that good. He said at first, yeah, yeah. He said first. Oh, she's gonna trust him. Yeah, yeah. He stabilized. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He stabilized and then got him. Hmm. He loves MMA. But he's given love to karate combat, which helped him get here. He appreciates their support. Yeah. He wants to do them both. He likes to stay active. He doesn't like to be without training. He's calling out Francis Ngannou. Let Francis win first. We don't know if Francis is going to win. Yeah. He wants a belt. Yeah. Yeah. I want my bonus. Nice. Roveles de España. I love it. I love it. He said, "Give my bonus, bitch. Don't short me, bitch." I respect that. Get your money, man. You got to get your bag in MMA because you know these promoters are always trying to screw you over. Back in the Schmodown, people were always trying to get Christian open his books. It's hilarious. So, that's the game. Um, all right, let's see. We've got some other questions that have come through. Oh, no, just one of them. All right, thank you very much from Tristan Green. What's up, my guy? Thoughts on Carano and her likability during build-up, especially compared to Ronda, who came across the complete opposite. Well, that's the role they played. Here, let me turn this down so I'm not yelling into the mic. Yes, that's the role they played because they're promoting the fight. I was just today actually. I sat and watched the episode of Rivals between Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes. Dusty was my number one before Hogan came along, and it was great to watch. It's on Disney Plus. You can watch that episode. They have 2 seasons of the show. They don't have all the seasons, but 2 of the seasons they have on Disney Plus, and I watched it, and it was the perfect baby face versus the perfect heel, right? And so both of them did their job, and they both talked about it on the special. Of course, Dusty's were from 2014, but saying how their job was to promote the fight. Their job was to get people excited and get them into the building. And so what I think Gina Carano has done is play the sweetheart, the nice girl, which is kind of her thing. Everyone who's ever worked with her says she's nice. No one's ever said anything negative about her as a person, right? As a energy. It's the social media posts, it's the supporting Trump, it's all of that that's made her kind of a pariah for some people, right? Including me. I was not a fan of the stuff that she posted. I thought she was way off base. I don't think she's that smart to be talking about that kind of stuff, but it is what it is. So you want to have her be kind of like the sweetheart that gets people in. Plus, she's more attractive than Ronda, so you get people. I think for most people, and so you get that kind of element to it, right? And she's a sweetheart, and it's been 17 years. She's the underdog. Ronda's been the beast. She's been the title holder. So Ronda plays more of the heel, and Ronda's hyping up more of the stuff and getting people upset, getting people irritated. She was going back and forth with one of the female MMA fighters who's currently a champion now. Can't remember her name right now off the top. I guess so many names on my head, but like they went back and forth about their situation. She went after the people in charge of TKO. She didn't go after Dana. She always gives Dana love. She never goes after Dana, but she went after other people who were involved. I think one of the other fighters who was saying something about her, and she brought up his cleft lip or something. Which was insane. But yeah, whatever. But that's what Ronda does best. That's her natural inclination, is to play the heel, and people want her to play the heel. So it leans into that. That's promotion. That's the smart thing to do. It's a character she's playing. Ronda, I'm sure, is very nice to the people she cares about. I'm sure she's also a fucking bear to deal with when she's pissed off. But that's kind of what you deal with here with the situation. So to me, I think what they did, Tristan, was very smart in hyping up the fight by having both of them take certain character roles. And now we're going to see the clash later on. So we'll see how that all plays down. So yeah. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Paul. Yes, Kayla Harrison, right. Her and Ronda went back and forth. I think Kayla said that the fight is a money fight, that's just not really real. And Ronda is like, you're chasing me. I don't chase greatness. I am the greatness. You're chasing me. So, it was good back and forth in the promotion of that, which I don't know why Kayla Harrison said anything, to be honest with you, because all it did was to help promote this fight, which is not in their promotion, even more. So if I was Dana or anybody at TKO, I would have told Kayla to keep her mouth shut, because you're helping the competition get more people to watch their product, not less, so I just wouldn't have let her do that. Let's see. Kristen says, Kylie Harrison, but I don't believe Ronda was playing a role. I believe that her being, no, I don't think so. I think, listen, I think Ronda can be a bear to deal with when you're fucking with her or fucking with her money or insulting her or not appreciating her. Yes, I don't disagree with you there. 100%. She's not a wallflower. She's not someone to be pushed around. She will absolutely fucking call you out if you push her. So no problem there. But I've also seen it with her. If you've watched those specials they've done over the last couple of weeks leading up to this fight, there are some really sweet moments with her child, with her husband. Like, she is a person who cares. The way she talks about her mom, and so, but she came up from a hard life. So she's got like kind of these built-in defense mechanisms that come out when she feels challenged. I know the feeling. I have the same thing sometimes as well. So I can't fault her for that. But, but you're free to feel that you don't, like her or don't or think she's authentically an asshole. That's fair, right? Everyone's got their own opinion. It's subjective, and so we shall see. All right, see, yeah, Streamlab super chats are open. Thank you for the Streamlab here from John Birch. What's up? He says, "Hey Rocha, I'm hoping for a good fight. However, I know Ronda and Gina really like each other as friends, so I worry this will prevent the two from going all out and giving the fans what we really want." Thoughts? Yeah, that was my concern when I started this stream. When I was talking about this fight, that's my concern when I look at it. Is this a fight? And I said this on Christian show this past Monday that I thought maybe this fight would be pretty much like they're going to hold out and play this for 3 rounds and then really get to it, right? Because they want to give the fans their money's worth, and so they may circle around, like kind of like what uh, Mayweather did with Conor McGregor, where he carried him for 9 rounds. Listen, Mayweather could have taken out McGregor in the first 3 rounds. I don't care what Conor says. I don't care what he says, what he boasts about, what he screams to the rafters. If Mayweather had wanted to take McGregor out, from what I was watching that fight that night, he could have taken him out in 3 to 4 rounds. But he carried him for a little bit just to give the fans their due, and then he took him out. And he just wore him out because he knew this guy's not going to be able to hurt me. And I can tell already from the first few punches, he doesn't have what it takes to hurt me. So I'll just play this out and eventually let him wear himself out, and then I'll take him out. And that's what happened. So there is that element of that. So will Ronda do the same thing with Gina? Will Ronda sense that Gina's punches aren't that strong? She's going to be able to weather them and then kind of just carry her for a couple of rounds to give the fans their excitement and then take her out in the 3rd round. That is very possible. Like, I'm not saying it's not possible. I think this is a difficult thing to do because the fans will see through it. So we will see. Will it be a straight up fight or will it be a little bit more of them circling each other? What did we see with the was it Tyson and Jake Paul fight? Same kind of thing, right? It was kind of like, or was it Logan Paul? I can't forget which one. And it felt like Tyson wasn't really going full on, and then you found out he had a leg issue or something. So it's just these things that happen. So we will see. We will see. All right, where are we at now? Curtis says these old people ain't going 3 rounds. That's a fair point, bro. Listen, I can't argue your point on that, especially because these are 5-minute rounds. I'm telling you, 3-minute rounds, you think 3 minutes, that's not a lot of time. When you're boxing for 3 minutes, it is a fuck ton of time. If you're dancing around for 3 minutes, maybe not a fuck ton of time. But if you're boxing, it is a lot of time. So add 2 extra minutes to that and throw in martial arts and grappling and wrestling and boxing as well. And that all the 5 minutes become an eternity, so yeah. I'm Two Fly Cam says Detroit versus Cleveland, game 7 tomorrow. Who wins? I got Detroit. The NBA apparently has Cleveland. I don't know if you guys saw this, but a promo for the Eastern Conference Finals was released or got leaked, and it had the Cavaliers taking on the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals, and people are going crazy about it on social media, saying that the fix is in. The NBA is trying to get the Cleveland Cavaliers there, not the Pistons. So I don't know. I really don't know. I don't see Detroit losing 2 games at home to Cleveland, but Cleveland really shit the bed at home, and I was shocked by that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But I got Detroit simply because they're at home and it's a game 7, and Harden chokes sometimes in game 7s or has choked in game 7s when the crowd is against him. So it's a very real possibility. But Donovan Mitchell could have the game of his life, 47 points, and carry that team to the Eastern Conference Finals. We will see. So no video withstanding. So Winston, Kristen's worried about Winston ruining stuff. All right, so let's see. All right, so we got the next fight, right? Yeah, Parnasse. I think he's taken on Cross, right? Isn't that what the fight is here? Yeah, Kenneth Cross. Let's see. Yahoo has Parnasse or Parnasse. I hope I'm saying that right. And so does MMAfighting.com. They say that Cross is a good offensive fighter, but he's highly susceptible to counters, and that's a recipe for disaster against Parnasse. So we'll see. We'll see. Barna. Sorry, I said it wrong. Oh, I'll blow my nose, guys. All right. What's that Knicks beating either in 5 or 6 next round? Maybe, John, I don't know. I mean, listen, the Knicks haven't played anybody. No offense, the Knicks haven't played anybody, in the playoffs, right? I mean, the Celtics were without Jason Tatum, and they ended up wasn't no, the Sixers were beat the Celtics, so and then the Sixers, Embiid, the wear and tear of that series against the Celtics caught up to Embiid, and they got smoked. And the Knicks weren't really challenged in the first round, so I don't really I don't really know what the Knicks can do when they're playing a team at full strength. And so I think either the Pistons or the Cavaliers are going to give them a hell of a fucking series. And those guys play way better defense than the Sixers played against those Knicks. So it's going to be interesting to see. But the Knicks are on a run. Listen, the Knicks look fantastic. I just question the quality of the opponent. So we will see if they go through the Cavaliers or the Pistons like melted butter, then absolutely. I'm on board with the Knicks, and let's see what happens in the finals. I don't think anybody's beating San Antonio or OKC, but we'll see in the finals what happens with that. So, yeah, the Hawks. I mean, the Hawks are taking you to 6 games, right? Wasn't that who was it? What was his name? The guy who used to play for was it McCullough? McCullough like got the best of them in Madison Square Garden in the second game. So yeah. Yeah, Knicks got taken to 6 by the Hawk. That game 6 just made it seem like it was yeah, exactly. Duran has been benched after averaging 20 and 10 in the regular season. Tobias is stepped, but it's all on Code. Yeah, I mean, he didn't all on Cade Cunningham. Yeah. What's his face didn't even play. Duran didn't even play that fourth quarter, I think, in Detroit the other night. So, yeah. Wiley says, as an Oklahoman, why don't you like the Thunder? I think SJA is a flopper, man. To me, that just drives me nuts, And so, like, he took the dark arts of James Harden and he went next level with it, and I think that's what we're seeing. I also think Wembanyama is a cheat code, so I think that's unfair as well. So, we'll see what happens. It's not that I don't like the Thunder. I think the Thunder are a great small market team, and they've been through a lot to kind of be where they're at now. So, I'm not cheering against them. I think they will beat the Spurs, but I think it'll be a 7-game series. It's going to be insane, barring injury or barring Wemby getting himself ejected again like he did against Minnesota. But Wemby coming back in those last 2 games after being ejected, holy Mary, mother of God, he's a man on a mission. So I think if I was the Thunder, I'd be scared as fuck that Wemby is a man on a mission now. He could get himself a ring this early in his career, kind of like Tim Duncan, which would be the Spurs are now all over again, the dynasty in the West. Wouldn't that be crazy? It's utterly crazy. All right, here we go. Here it goes. 22-2, 12 knockouts, 5 submissions. That's what sub means for those of you maybe new. So, wow. Albarvilliers. That's how you say that. Albarvilliers. Looks fantastic. Both these guys look completely ripped. Like not an ounce of fat on them. Hopefully this is a good fight. Maybe last a couple rounds. This dude this guy's fantastic. Here we go. Round 1. Fight. Here we go. Oof. Wow, right off the bat. Oh, dude, you're in some trouble now, dog. Yeah, you're done. Oh, nice. He got up. Nice. Cross. Really? That's amazing. how quickly he got up. Man, we're already in this kind of exhausting each other type of thing. Maybe Cross feels this is the way he can wear down Parnassus, just like kind of get him to the ground. Maybe even like, yeah, look how quick he's moving. Jesus. He's absolutely shortening Parnassus' ability to hit him. So this is kind of smart strategy from Cross, trying to wear this guy down. That's the thing. When some of you don't know who don't do this, like when you get into these clinches, they do exhaust the person being clinched. If you get into the dominant position, they exhaust you because you're spending so much energy trying to keep them from submitting you or rear naked choke. Oh, watch out now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, he's trying to find his footing to push back. There you go. Back up on his feet. I mean, listen, he's looked in trouble 2 or 3 times here, Cross, and he's all 3 times he's gotten back up. So you got to give him credit for that. But I think this slows the fight down a little bit. I don't think this was his initial strategy, the kick and then right into but he was forced into it because of how Parnas grabbed his leg and spun him around. So this is going to be interesting to see if they just hold each other for 3 more minutes, 3 minutes and 20 seconds to kind of end this first round, exhausting each other. I don't know. Yeah, this is why wrestling's important. Yeah, someone Pandoff, you saying yeah, amateur. Yeah, look at that. All right. I think Parnas has maybe overlooked this guy, man, because this guy's getting some shots in. Listen, MMA is oh shit. MMA is crazy. You never know what can happen. Oh man, his hands are down. Yeah, you're done, dude. Yeah, as soon as his hands are down, it's over. Yeah, he's done. He's already struggling, bro. The hands are way down. Yeah, he's trying to avoid the inevitable rather by shooting on him. Because I mean, Parnas was definitely getting the shots in to knock him out in the next few seconds if they had stayed upright, exchanging blows. Here we go. Oh shit! Watch out now! Watch out now! This might be a bad. Oh, oof! He missed him. He had him there. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Oof. Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh boy. Oh man, now he's just fucking making him. Yeah, 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 yeah. He might get that rear naked chokehold. Uh oh. Uh oh. Oof. Oh no, no, he got out of it. Ross got out of it. Oh, maybe Cross got out of it. Oh, oh, uh oh, uh oh, uh oh, uh oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, oh boy. Oh man, this is a bad place to be in, dude. This is they might call this. Yeah, they might call this, dog. Because he's not fighting back. He's just covering up. Look at him, man. He's like a fucking spider, dude. Yeah, you got to be careful. Not the back of the head. You got to hit from the side. Oof. Cross is big. I mean, he's taking some punishment, dude. The fact that oh my God, he got up. Look at this, man. This kid's strong. God love him, man. Go keep fighting, man. You never know. You might get a lucky shot. Keep swinging, but keep your hands up, dude. You got to question now the power in Parnassus punches if he can't get this guy out. He's had so many solid shots. Oh man, that might be it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh, there you go. Good night, brother. I mean, God love. Listen, Cross had a lot of guts to stay in that long. Much love to him to kind of hang out that long and be able to take the punches that he took from Parnas. I mean, he almost got out of that round. 52 seconds away from getting out of that round. Get the fuck off of me. I'm going to sit on the cage. Get off of me. Dude, get off of me. I'm going to sit on the cage. Yeah, I don't. Hey, man, you fought, man. I think that kick blew up in his face. Trying that kick right off the bat blew up in his face. I think that's what happened to Cross. He just maybe kind of measured this out a little bit more, kept him at a distance, then found his moment. But like Parnas caught him on that kick, and it was pretty much over from that point forward. I mean, Cross put up a valiant fight, got back up a few times when it looked like he was done, even withstood a hell of a lot of punches from Parnas when he got back up in the last few seconds, but eventually he had to go down. Sometimes you're overmatched and you just take that hit and you're like, okay, that's it. I'm done. So oh, sorry. There we go. Don't even care about the food, just here for the outlaw. Thank you, Jan. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Is it call 5? Thank you so much. Thank you. Um, yeah, you guys saw it. You guys saw it. You guys saw what was happening here. Yeah. Justin says I'm coming in pixelated. Am I coming in pixelated, guys? Let me know. I don't think I'm pixelated. I don't see that I'm pixelated here on the thing. So let me know if I'm pixelated. There we go. We go down a little bit. All right, we're in commercials. All right, that's interesting. That was an interesting fight there. I thought it was going to go a little bit longer. In the end, it didn't. So it is what it is. But yeah, what'd you think of the fight? Do you like it? Oh yeah. Oh, I have been for a while. Yeah, super pixel. Oh, okay. Fuck. All right. Well, let me go out and I'll come back in. Don't leave. I'll be right back. Sometimes it's like this. All right. How am I now? Am I better? Pixelated. What's the situation? Am I still blurry? Am I all right now? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me switch back over to my still blurry. God damn it. All right. What is that all about? Maybe I need to get on my Wi-Fi. Let me see here. All right, so maybe I need to get on. Well, how do I get on my damn. All right. Let me go to my Bluetooth. Let me go to my internet rather. Where is it? Wi-Fi. Here we go. Okay. I've got the. All right. How about now? Is it better now? Okay. Okay. Good call. Watch. Take a look at myself on the stream. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it doesn't look so bad. I mean, I hear what you're saying. Oh no, I see what you're saying. Okay. Oh, iPhones, man. Let me turn myself down. Okay, I see what you guys are saying. Okay, I don't really know what to do though, because if I'm afraid to switch to my Ethernet, because if I switch to the Ethernet, it might end the stream, and I don't want to end the stream. So let's see if it gets better. Thank you guys. I appreciate you letting me know. Fred, what's up, Fred? He says, "Hey, outlaw, just dropped by to hang out for a while. Have you ever seen the Octagon with Chuck Norris?" Of course. Ever since MMA began, that's all I think about. Yes, but this is the hexagon for MVP. This particular MMA is the hexagon, not the octagon. So, but yes, I remember the octagon back at that time with Chuck Norris. All those Chuck Norris vehicles for sure. Bandoff says, Rocha, would like you to do a video essay on Faces of Death 2026 and Obsession. Would like your reviews on those movies. Currently, my two favorite of the year. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, Obsession, I'm hearing good things about. So maybe I'll go and catch that tomorrow. I did not see Faces of Death 2026. I still need to see Hokum, though. I still need those two as well. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you, though. I appreciate you suggesting that. I will be doing more of them for sure. I've already written out scripts for like 3 or 4 of them. Had a nice conversation with Griffin Schiller, who's over at Film Speak. Griffin does a lot of those video essays, and he was very kind to watch a couple of mine. Give me some nice pointers. Steve, also on the Cinephiles, watched my BBS one and gave me some nice pointers as an editor. So yeah, there'll definitely be more. So we will see. We will see for sure. Okay, now I see it. Now I can see it. So maybe it's just the camera. Maybe it's the camera. Maybe it's not the. How about now? It's not the Wi-Fi. Maybe it's the camera. I don't know. Anyway, so we'll see. We'll see. There you go. Merci beaucoup. When will the fight actually start? Well, the walkout is supposed to be at 8 o'clock. So in an hour, they're supposed to walk out, is what I saw. And the fight, I think, is supposed to happen at 8:30. So I don't know. I don't know what the situation is there. Um, how do I switch to my Ethernet cord from my Wi-Fi without losing my connection? This is the question I have. So we will see. Wiley says, Rocha, as of this stream, what is the last movie you saw? I know you saw Mando, but have you watched anything else that does not need to be new? No, I don't. I mean, I always watch scenes on Pluto TV. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use the restroom real quick, and I'm going to think of your answer, and I'll be right back. While I'll be right back. All right, back I am. So yeah, what have I seen? What was I watch? I was watching something the other night on Pluto TV that I hadn't seen. Let me get to Pluto TV and see. I wonder if maybe let's see, I've got the stream up. Maybe too many windows are open for me. Like maybe I need to close some windows. We'll see. Let's see here, movies. Okay, movies. Congo, no. Top Gun, Maverick, Shutter Island, Mission Impossible, Universal, Tuxedo, Wayne's World, Terms of Endearment, Nobody's Fool, Beverly Marshall, Badass, Taylor Penn, Almost Famous, Clueless, Rainbow First Blood Part 2, Serpico, Project Woman, Expendables 3, True Grit, Witness. Nope, none of those. Uh, no. No, I haven't seen much, bro. We've been watching more TV stuff. So the Lady Outlaw is not a big movies person. So we watch a lot more TV. Is that Michael Irvin down there? Wow. But yeah, that's kind of what we do there. So yeah, we haven't seen much. I haven't seen much movie wise lately, Wiley. It's been busy with a lot of things, and yeah, just hasn't been have been around to haven't been able to make it around to that. But thanks for the question, bro. I appreciate it. Let's see here. I'm a good now. Oh, okay. So clearly there must have been. Oh yeah, Send Help. That's what. Hey, I watched about 30 minutes of Send Help the other night. That's still a good. That's such a good movie. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on Hulu. Highly recommend it. Yeah, Haskell's talking about it. Oh, it's on Disney Plus as well. Sure, if you have Disney Plus. So yeah. Oh, the video's back to normal. Okay. So see, nothing. There's nothing I do about it when the videos are it's the internet situation here where I live. Sometimes it's maybe a lot of people using it at the same time, so it kind of messes with it. So, and I apologize to all of you. I'm looking a little tired tonight. I've been dealing with having driven to LA the other day. The back and forth of that drive really messed me up. And then yesterday I didn't get enough sleep, and last night I didn't get enough. So I'm struggling a little bit. So I apologize if I look a little tired. So just putting that out there right now. Yeah, I talked about this earlier. Top Tap Chimbatite. I hope I'm saying that right. Variety. Tom Francis audition for Bond. I actually wouldn't mind unknown theater actor Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, very possible. Good looking kid. Let's bring it up here. Okay, let's see. Bring that up. Yeah, there he is. Tom Francis. That's what he looks like. So there you go. Let's see if there's a can we do a bigger picture? Images? All right, there you go. That's what he looks like. Interesting look to him. Wouldn't necessarily think of him for Bond, but he's young, he's unknown. He's got kind of a chiseled, strong look. So this might be the guy. This might be the guy we see as James Bond. I don't know if I see it. I don't know if I see it, to be honest with you. Maybe he's being brought in to kind of give them a little bit of a comparison type thing. So we will see. But yeah, I mean, he's got that energy to be on stage in a Tony winning production in Sunset Boulevard. So yeah, not what I would normally think, but sure. Let's see. I'm going to watch Sheep Detectives again tomorrow and then obsessing right after. LOL. Nate Dog, respect, dude. A lot of people like that. A lot of people like that film. A lot of people like Sheep Detectives. Let's see here. B Red says you surprisingly don't look as tired as you feel. I feel so tired. You guys don't know. Like I had to run errands this morning. By the time I was home at noon, I was absolutely wrecked. We go to the farmer's market every Saturday. I get my strawberries, I get my eggs, farm eggs, and I get my broccolini for the week. And occasionally I'll get some asparagus or Brussels sprouts if they got them there, because that's stuff I make now. But like today was a struggle, man. I got there at 8, got everything out there by 8:30, rolled over to the Trader Joe's, rolled over to the Sprouts to finish up my grocery shop, and then I hit the Costco because at the Costco, because there's like 2 of them within 5 to 10 minutes of me here, which is perfect for me. And at the Costco, I usually get grapes for the week and also asparagus if they have it. Um, and then some keto snacks. So I was just like walking around a little bit of a zombie there, walking around Costco today. So yeah, if I look a little myself, Chaba Braga there, Chaba. Ugh. How many minutes till Gina match starts? Probably a while, bro. Probably not another hour and a half. We got 2 more matches, I think, before we get to the Gina match. So they're supposed to walk out at 8:00. But if you've ever watched an MMA fight, these things don't happen till a little bit later. So we're going to fill up the time until then for sure. So please send in your Streamlabs and super chats as we go around. I appreciate it. Andrew Brown says the TKO group needs to be broken up. Oh, I don't disagree with you, man. They're killing WWE, killing MMA. These people have no business running this stuff. They have no idea what this is really all about. And it's sad to see it, to be honest with you. It's sad to see that happening for sure. Let's see. Anybody else has sent in stuff? No. Okay, cool. Well, what do you guys want to talk about? What subjects on your mind? Like we got time to fill. Send me some topics. What are some things you guys want to discuss? I'm available to discuss it all. I may need to get up and get some more waters. I'm running out of water here. I've been doing these 40-ounce bottle. I've been trying to do 3 or 4 of these a day, along with there's 42 ounces here. So I'm constantly hydrating. And people say to me, people are like, oh, Rocha's got to run off and go to the bathroom all the time. Yeah, because I'm drinking more and more water. It's part of my life now. There's Ngannou. Oh boy, man, that guy's scary. That guy is scary. How are you liking the boys? I'm liking the boys a lot. I like this season. I don't know why the numbers are down. Last season, I liked it, but it was a little on the nose at times. This season, I think, has been much more interesting in terms of the character work between. I think people are like, "Oh, these are filler episodes." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" There's really great conversations happening between these characters that are advancing the motivations rather, and the plot lines that are going on in the show. So I am very confused at why people are not liking this season. I'm enjoying this season a lot, better than last season, to be honest with you. So we'll see where this goes. I did not watch the most recent episode. I did have the certain big name actor spoiled that shows up in this episode. I had that spoiled for me on social media, unfortunately. But I'll probably watch it either after we're done here and the Lady Ella goes to bed, or tomorrow morning I'll watch the new episode. But I'm liking it, and the finale is Wednesday, so I imagine I'll do a like finale review of it right after it airs on Wednesday. I'll just go live and talk about it. Yeah, I've been liking the season of The Boys. I like the Fukuhara gets to talk now. Um, and what I like the what's going on between Soldier Boy and Homelander. Where's that all going to lead us to? That scene where he beat his son almost to death, very reminiscent of Invincible. So I think there was a little bit of cross streams there. I've been liking Carl Urban on the show. I mean, Mother's Milk is doing good. So is Starlight rather. And so, yeah, for the most part, I've been enjoying it. So I got nothing negative to say. Wiley says, what's your thoughts on a young teacher that does the class for fun and says he doesn't give out A's on his assignment? It's a very specific question, Wiley. What's your thoughts on a young teacher that does the class for fun and says he doesn't give A's? Well, I always think the point of any class is to learn, right? So grades are, I guess, important to keep you at school and to keep you, so that you can graduate. But if you're taking a class from a teacher that is not consumed with grades, but is much more consumed with you getting the knowledge that they're putting out there, then I think that's more important than any letter grade on a piece of paper, or on I don't know how it is now online. I think it's better to learn something from a class than to get an A in a class. That's what I would say, because most people can get A's just regurgitating the stuff they studied the night before, but do they understand what they studied? And I think that's the difference. Sometimes people are too obsessed with getting the letter grade and not as obsessed with learning the knowledge that's being handed out by the teacher or the TA or the professor or anybody who is instructing the class. So yeah, that's what I would say to you. That's my answer to that one, bro. That's a good question. Good specific question. Let's see. Agreed. Way too much on the nose. The last 2 episodes of The Boys have been great. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Pandolf, yes. The last 3 episodes of The Boys have been great. Well, I haven't watched the last one, but the last 2 I enjoyed for sure. Let's see. Mild Manor says, I think it's too real. I think I'm loving the season. I was loving Daredevil season 2 as well. Yeah, I didn't love Daredevil as much. So Master says, I hate the deep. Still would. Yeah, but isn't he doing a great job as like, for those of you who know wrestling, and some of you watching me right now, you watch my wrestling watch-alongs. Like, what a chicken shit heel is. And the deep is a chicken shit heel. Absolutely. The deep is a chicken shit heel. And he's doing a great job with how how he's playing that character as well, So as Sean says, I think they wasted Huey this season. Maybe, Sean, and it may be because Jack Quaid's doing a lot of things. So they can't write him into the season as extensively as they would like. So it may just be that. And plus they have so many characters now on both sides of the ledger that they have to kind of cater to. So Huey getting lost in the mix because Huey's very much, what Huey is, right? There's not a lot of change in Huey. So that may be why. Let's see. Andrew Brown says you should watch Gundam Hathaway. The main villains are even more militarized version of ICE. It is really relevant. Sure, Andrew, but do I have to have watched all the other Gundam shows? Do I have to know what Gundam is? I know what Gundam is from the video game, but I don't know too much about it. I never watched any of, I'm saying the animated series, sorry, not the video game. I never watched too many of the anime, so I don't know. I might be lost if I go see this movie. Kind of like that movie that came out, was it early this year or late last year? Oh, I can't remember what the name of it was, but people were saying you had to watch the first 3 seasons or whatever to be able to get the movie. So yeah, maybe that. But I thanks for the suggestion, Andrew. Maybe. Arax says, hey, John, what is it about the Absolute Universe that you're responding to? Do you have a favorite book? Well, it's the Batman one. That's absolutely my favorite. I like the Superman one. I like the Martian Manhunter one. I like the Wonder Woman one. But it's the Superman one that's really kind of, the Batman one that's really my favorite. I just like how can I say this? How can I say this? I'm from the 80s, all right? I grew up in the 80s. And what I enjoyed about the 80s was big music, big drama, big stuff. Large dudes, Schwarzenegger, Stallone. I liked all of that, right? And Absolute Batman is kind of like that. It's stripped down to the bare essentials in terms of dialogue and interactions and movement, but the designs of that is so massive, right? And it's very unusual the darker elements of Absolute Batman that they're dialing into. It's almost like Azzarello's Joker, right? They're veering into that area of R-rated, even X-rated in some of the stuff you see with the Joker story in that issue that I thought was great. So that's what I'm liking about Absolute. It's a whole new way of telling these stories, but they're much more grittier, much more grounded, much darker, which makes the heroic moments all the more brighter, all the more amazing. So I think they found the right mix for me personally that I'm thoroughly enjoying. So that's what I would say about the Absolute Universe. I like that it's kind of bold and big and right in your face, but also kind of stripped away. No extra exposition. It just is what it is, and it's nice, interesting new takes on these characters as well. Scott Snyder, I think his name. He's done an excellent job with this run. Sam Macias says, Mr. Hey, Mr. Rourke, hope you're doing well. What are your thoughts on James Franco cast the Rambo prequel? I didn't like it, to be honest with you. And not because, like, no one should ever work again. No, it's not that. It's more like it reeks of let's bring attention to this project while also bringing back someone who was, quote unquote, canceled for his behavior. And listen, his behavior was pretty shitty. I don't know why there is this obsession. Well, maybe I do because we live in such a patriarchal society. There is this obsession to excuse these people who've done terrible shit to women, and bring them back into these like manly projects, right? Like Rambo. I don't like the idea of, first of all, James Franco in a Rambo movie makes no fucking sense to me. It actually it actually lowers the quality in my mind of what I think would be coming from the prequel. Franco's a good actor, don't get me wrong, but like, when there's maybe 2 or 3 things that I would say he really stands out in, 127 hours, obviously. But like, there's other stuff that he's just like, I thought he was terrible in the Spider-Man movies. I mean, just utterly horrible in the Spider-Man movies. But I thought he was great in the James Dean TV movie he did. I thought he was damn good in Pineapple Express. I never saw the interview, so I can't judge that. And of course, The Room. He was great in that. So, in my mind, there's certain things that he has been really great at, and other things that have just been like, okay, fine. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't like it. And I don't like this movement of trying to bring everybody back in these manly films as if it's manly to abuse women. It's manly to sexually assault women. It's manly to be terrible to women, that we should just blow that off. I think that's ridiculous. Because if this was a female-led society, you wouldn't be able to get away with any of that shit. You'd be going to jail for way longer periods of time. Yeah, that's why I think a lot of these people get out of jail. Look at Harvey Weinstein. The jury was deadlocked over this. How many men were on that jury? How many men were not willing to go after him or convict him because as men they're like, well, what if I was in this situation? So there's that kind of thing, and it's just frustrating on so many levels. I think if you earn your way back, like you do the work and you realize you did something wrong, you apologize, you go to therapy, that's I think there's avenues to come back when you've been found out for being someone like this. But to just be excused eventually just because you did enough time away from something, I think doesn't make sense. And I have found that when you bring these people back, the projects blow up in their faces. So we'll see what happens with that Rambo prequel if it's any good. Andrew Brown says, Absolute Batman takes ideas from Scott Snyder's New 52 Batman, especially getting to go full on with the immortal Joker, the pale man of Gotham. Yeah, exactly. That issue was so hyped up, and it still exceeded the expectations I had. I reread that issue. It's probably the issue I've reread the most of Absolute Batman. I've reread it like 4 times, I think. Just thoroughly enjoyed it. And it was so unsettling and scary. Almost better than any horror film I've seen recently was that issue. So yeah, it's pretty incredible. If you guys haven't seen that, I highly, highly recommend it. Yeah, Sean said, I just wish we watched all the Spider-Man movies, and Franco is consistently the weakest part of all of them. Yes, 100%. So I'm not wrong on that, man. I'm not wrong. And I felt that back when I watched them. Like, honestly, Oh, and trust me, when I tell you this right now, I was a way more judgmental prick about acting and about movies and everything back in the early 2000s. Oh my god, yes. You could ask Michael or some of my friends, like, I would just go after actors that were shitty and just, like, just tear them apart. And Franco in those Spider-Man movies, not good. I'm older now, I'm softer now, I give more grace now than I used to, but, like, yeah, back then, I used to rip Franco a new one for his just absolute sleepwalking through those movies. And maybe Franco did that because Franco thought those movies were beneath him. Because there was a time when Franco really wanted to be seen as this independent movie actor with a real talent to win awards. So I remember that day. I remember those days of James Franco. But yeah, yeah. Pineapple Express is so funny. I agree. Pineapple Express is great. Liz is about to get wrecked. Poor guy. Yeah, yeah. This is going to be a rough fight for sure. Ngannou is scary as fuck, dude. Wasn't he doing a movie? Didn't he do movies? Didn't he do a movie? Hold on, let me take a look here. I thought he did a movie recently. One of the expendable movies, or maybe I'm wrong on that. He was just fighting. Oh, here we go. Ngannou. The Shadow Realm. Oh, F9. That's right. He was in F9. I remember that. That's right. He was in F9. He was also in Rebel Moon. Oh, right. And he popped up in Jackass Forever. I remember that. Wasn't he the guy punching the guys with the cups, punching them in the balls to test the power of the cups? I think that was him. Francis was no joke, but those things looked like they really hurt. So yeah, he was not great as Harry Osborn. Stop it, Jr. Stop it, Jr. Stop it. Let's see. Why this is I truly believe there is something special in those Kevin Costner sports movies. There is no movies like those anymore. Amazing movies. I agree. Well, they don't make them anymore. They don't make them anymore. So yeah, that's why. But yes, I agree, bro. Bull Durham. I think for love of the game, every scene without Kelly Preston is good in the movie, but the Kelly Preston storyline is really just not a selling point for me in the movie. It's very put upon in the film, but every scene with him and John C. Riley is great, or him with the owner. Those are great scenes. You know, also the cheesy dude at the fucking bar cheering for the Yankees. Ugh, the worst stereotype of a Yankees fan I've ever seen. Um, Here we go. Let's go. Three main events. It's a tri main event. Okay. That means they're not walking out till 8:30. If it's 7:23 now, we're not seeing Ronda and Gina till 8:30 p.m. PT for sure. Oh, oh, Herb. Herb's looking so old now. Oh, Herb, man. Oh, he even looks thinner. Damn, man. Herb is a great referee. Iconic referee. Been around forever, dude. Oh man, he's looking old, bro. Oh, happens to all of us, I guess. I'm sure at some point my age is going to catch up to me and it'll start looking on my face like that. Oh, Linz, this could be over in like 30 seconds, guys. Like, I'm not even joking. Ngannou could just run out and smash him. Or maybe Ngannou just wants to carry him for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. But I see monstro. Here we go. Never trust the guys that are bouncing up and down too much. Those are guys who get knocked out. Just never trust the guy. Like Junior Dos Santos was jumping up and down, very excited, and he got knocked out. Oh, look at him, man. Look at this. I mean, I would run from the cage. I would run from the cage. 257. Fuck off. Oof. 12 knockouts, 5 submissions. Jesus. Does that mean only one went the distance? The other three were losses? No wonder. Oof. Oh, that's right. We still have Nate Diaz. That's the other main event. That's right. I forgot about that. Here we go. Ugh. What does that mean? The current lineal MMA heavyweight champion. I don't know what that means. Oh God. Seriously, I would leave the cage. I would leave the cage. You know what? It's I thought I could fight this guy. I cannot fight this guy. There you go. Look at Linz. He's like, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Herb. Oh, Herb's looking so old, bro. Does anyone know if Herb has like medical issues or like is he fighting off cancer? I mean, he looks old, bro. I don't mean that as a judgment of the man. I mean, he just looks old, skinny. Usually, when they get old and skinny, there's a disease that's happened. So it happened to my dad when the cancer came. Here we go, dude. Yeah, Francis, I think is just gonna like hang out with him for a little bit and then finish him off. Yeah. Oh Jesus, already. Like nobody thinks Linz has a shot, so this could be an amazing upset. Plus, the other guy called him out and said, like, I want you next, and he assumes he's gonna. Oh, oh God, oh God. He's already in the guillotine choke mode. Look, 30 seconds. Oh, we're at 40 seconds now. You could just take both his hands and just start pounding. Just start fucking pounding him on his back. Yeah, maybe Linz is trying to do exactly what the other guy was doing, trying to hold him on. Oh, oh my God. Oof. Watch out though, man. You never know. I mean, upsets happen in MMA, y'all. I mean, Francis is probably going to destroy him, but you never know. You catch him at the right time, catch him with the right punch. Oh, oh boy. Look at him trying to shoot him. Great move. Great sprawl by. Oh, come on, dog. You're gonna have to hold his arm, dog. You're gonna have to hold his arm, bro. He's gonna finish you off. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. You let him go, bro. Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, this looks bad. This does not look good. Homie, I would just give up right now, man. I mean, come on. This guy's gonna hammer blow you until you're fucking pieces. Oh Lord, he's getting into position to drop the hammers. Oh fuck. He's getting up there. Oh, oh, all right. All right. Oh boy. Oof. 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 Dude, you're done. Oh, you're done. Oh, fucking hell. I mean, respect, dude. You're still standing. But you're bleeding from your lips. Your nose is fully red. Your ears are red. Oof. He was going for the class. He was going for the flashy knockout there and got it. Oh, oh, oh. But at least Linz is fighting back. At least Linz is like, at least, you know what I'm saying? That overhead could have caught Ngannou. That's what I'm telling you. Like, you never know with MMA. There's a shot you could just throw that lucky shot that knocks him out because you catch him at the right time as he's committed. Is that Jake sitting in the fucking oh my lord. God damn, are we getting out of the first round with this fight? I'm shocked. If we get out of the first round of this fight, I'll be shocked. The three connected. Liz has thrown six punches the whole first round. Oh, look at that. Just fucking hammering at his stability there on the body, the ribs. Oh my God. That might be it, man. He might one punch will catch him with the kidney punch or whatever, and he's gonna be done. Ngannou almost look. I mean, almost like Ngannou's treating this like a spar, like a spar. Oh my God, dude, what's your ab work like? Eventually, you're gonna have to start pissing blood. Like these punches are brutal. My bro got some strong ab work if he can take those shots. Oh, come on, man, he's too strong. Trying to take him down. He's too strong, bro. Oof. Oh, he's looking at the clock, seeing if he can hold him on for 50 more seconds. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, here you go. Hey, Linz is at least throwing. Linz is at least throwing, man. Maybe Ngannou's a little surprised. Oh, that's it. There you go. That's it. Oh, wow. Oh, he looks scared, dude. Jesus. That was brutal, dog. Brutal. Brutal. Who's that? You guys know who that is? Latino Tone Loc. Well, he looks like really scared. That was brutal, man. He's just too big. He's just too big, y'all. Wow. Oof. Oh, that was it, dude. The shot across the head. If you catch that, boom, good night. That was it. You don't even know that you're knocked out. See how his arms kind of splayed out like that? It's because he still thinks he can swing. His brain hasn't registered that he's been knocked out. So he still thinks reflexively he can swing. And that did not go well. So a rough situation there. But yeah, side of the head, exactly. Yeah. Francis, yeah, he did, totally did. Yeah, totally did. It's Fred says this fight looks like a live action real steel. Yeah, exactly. Because he's so big. He was so big. You're right. Wiley says, underseen, underrated Kevin Costner movies. Some big ones I haven't seen. Silverado, Wyatt Earp, Open Range Postman, Robin Hood, Untouchable. So I would, if I were you, I would say the Untouchables, Silverado, Open Range, Wyatt Earp, the Postman. Oh, Robin Hood, Wyatt Earp, the Postman. That's your descending order of greatness. You want to start with the Untouchables, go to Silverado, go to Open Range. I would actually put Open Range over Silverado, but Silverado's a lot of fun. So I think you'll enjoy that, Wiley. Then go to Robin Hood, again, go to Wyatt Earp, then the Postman. That's how I would do that if I was to go in order of greatness down, you know. So yeah, good stuff there. Costner had a pretty great run. Herb Dean is 55. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. There you go. Fred says, I have a soft spot for Here Comes the Boom. Oh, the Kevin James film? That's not my jam, bro. I had a hard time believing that movie. Let me just put that on the table. Maddie says, American Flyers with Costner is a great movie. Yes. A lot of people get that confused with what was the other film that was the biking film, the bike film that came out around that time as well. Be honest, you can skip Postman. I mean, you could if you wanted to skip the Postman, that's for sure. What was that other biking American Flyer? What was the other biking? Breaking Away. Breaking Away. If people get Breaking Away confused with American Flyers all the time, they were kind of around the same time. You know, back in the 80s, people used to get Top Gun and Iron Eagle confused all the time as well. So, you know, but of course, time has proved that Top Gun was the better film. Is he okay? He's like, you had a good, you say, hey, he said to him, you gave me a good fight. Jesus Christ, Francis. Jesus, look at the veins on the biceps and on the forearm. My God. Dude, no shame in the loss. The fact that you hung in there almost to the end of the first round, no shame in that loss. Ngannou. Nice job there, man. Nice job. Yeah, people have nothing but respect for Ngannou, man. No need for a translator here. Mm. God, this guy's crazy. Hmm. John Jones? Oh shit. Oh, please. Damn. Oh my god. Damn. Go back to him. Stop looking at John Jones. Oh, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. Oh, you are very impressed with Francis? Thanks. Oh my god. This is nonsense. This is utter nonsense. Ugh. Ngannou, one punch, and Ngannou would knock out Paul. I mean, for God's sakes. Jake is crazy. Wasn't he crying about his broken jaw? I can't fight anymore. Wow. There you go. Oh, Ariel. Sell it. Sell it, Ariel. Was the worst part of the night. The Jake Paul and Francis Ngannou exchange was the has been the worst part of the night so far in this run on this MMA MVP MMA production, right? On this Ronda versus this MVP MMA event. Ngannou would eat Jacob like a fucking chicken wing at the BW3, man. Chicken wing. BW3 at BW3s. At Buffalo Wild Wings, I guess I'll say that. Buffalo Wild Wings. Get the fuck out of here. Young man, there you go. All right, see if we got any other questions that have come through here. Thank you guys so much for sending in your Streamlabs super chats as we are going along. Let's see. Panoff says underrated costume movies. Mr. Brooks and the Upside of Anger. Rocha, ever seen Way of the Gun? Heat is the only movie that has matched tactical shootouts. Way of the Gun. Now, is that the Western with James Garner and Jason Robards? Or is that Hour of the Gun? That's the OK Corral. So Way of the Gun, is that the Ryan Philippe one? Way of the Gun with Tyrese. I think it was Tyrese. Yes, I did see that one. The Way of the Gun. Right. Yeah, Ryan Philippe. It was one of the first movies I saw when I moved to LA. I remember it came out in 2000. Christopher McQuarrie being the director. Yes, I remember that. Philippe Benicio. Yes. Yeah. Tay Diggs. Tay Diggs. That's who I was getting confused with. Yeah. The late, great Nikki Cat was in that as well. Juliette Lewis. Yeah. Totally remember that movie. Absolutely. James Caan. Right. James Caan. This was right when they were doing like Pulp Fiction knockoffs, like Go and these other films that were what was the other one? 2 Days in the Valley. There were they're Pulp Fiction knockoffs that were happening, and Way of the Gun had kind of that element to it as well, a little bit of a Pulp Fiction knockoff. I remember liking the movie. I didn't think it was a bad movie at all. So, but I haven't seen it since I saw it in 2000, so I couldn't speak on it. Fred says, when I used to weigh 257, I didn't look like that. Well, I'm sure you weren't training like that either. And I don't know if you're as tall as he is, Fred. Francis is tall, bro. He is no joke. Let's see. Anybody else? All right. I think I've answered everything. If I've missed your super chat, let me know. I don't want to miss it. Fred says also, do you do soup and sandwiches? My favorite is ramen and turkey. Do I do soups and sandwiches? Yes, I like soup and sandwiches. I don't eat soup much anymore, but when I did, chicken noodles just my standard. I do like the vegetables with beef soup, that are the Campbell's Chunky soup that I used to get. And I would have that with like wheat bread toasted with turkey meat, turkey deli meat, and white cheese. No lettuce, no tomato. And I would dip the sandwich while it was still hot. I would dip it in the soup. So I would have the sandwich with the soup at the same time. I do like ramen though. Ramen, come on, bro. Lay off the unless you're getting high end ramen. If you're getting that Jeff Snyder ramen, that's no good for you. But if you get the high end ramen at the restaurant, then yeah, I highly recommend that. So the premise of that fight is satirical with Jake. On its best light, it's a money back for both of them. Yeah, it's a milk in the end. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But that's what happens when you let people get involved who shouldn't be involved and just want a little shine for themselves. Well, I just saw this. So I didn't know this. Aaron Rodgers officially returning to the Pittsburgh Steelers. It is official. Let me see what this article says in terms of what the price or how much. On Saturday, the veteran quarterback agreed terms on a one-year contract. The deal reunites the four-time MVP with Mike McCarthy, his coach for 13 seasons in Green Bay. They haven't said how much the contract is for. Have you guys seen how much the contract is for? I don't see it here in this write-up from The Athletic. So this production is not that strong. The fact that I can barely hear these guys. John, talk about arthritis. All right. Let's see if ESPN gives you some details. Oh, okay. I say so. 1 year deal, $25 million. He's not even going to finish the season, and they're paying him upwards of $25 million to be their quarterback. That's insane. 22 to 23 million with up to a few million more in incentives. That is madness. 22 to 23 for Aaron at his advanced age. That is nonsense. Nonsense. Way too much. Way too much for that. He's going to be knocked out in the first few games. I'm telling you, he is brittle goods. He's going to get knocked out for sure, in the first few games of the season. Yeah, Gina's relaxing. I'm sorry, Ronda's all relaxing. Gina's all business, man. She's getting into the. But I think Gina's too skinny, man. 100 pounds. She looks a little skinny. Oh, now we got commercials. All right. Back to you guys. Let's talk about it. Send me some questions. Send me some thoughts and comments here. Thank you to everyone who sent in Streamlabs super chat so far. Yeah, let's see. If I missed your super chat or missed your Streamlab, let me know. I don't want to miss anything you guys are sending me. So let's see here. Oh, yeah. Oh, please. He is ridiculous. Christian just texted me about Ariel. He is ridiculous. Oh, shit was stupid. Gina looks like she's doing the Bride of Frankenstein fight. Eric says, John, do you watch a lot of MLB? What is your team? My team, Red Sox, such a mess right now. Yeah, I'm a Yankees fan. I've been a Yankees fan since I was 9 years old, 8 years old, something like that. Always been a fan of the pinstripes. We didn't have baseball growing up in DC when I grew up in DC or around DC. And I did mind going to Baltimore Orioles games, but I never felt an affinity to be a Baltimore Orioles fan. But when I saw the Yankees the first time and those pinstripes, bro, that NY, good night, man. I was hooked. So I've been a Yankees fan ever since. And I got in before the greatness of the Yankees. I got in when they were like a shit show in the 80s. So Dave Winfield, Willie Randolph, Craig Nettles, Goose, Billy Martin, fucking Steinbrenner, all the madness of the 80s. That's when I was watching the Yankees. So I earned my stripes as a Yankees fan. I'm not a bandwagon Yankees fan. And then the captain showed up, and then we went on an incredible run for years, which I loved being a Yankees fan. So I'm not your typical asshole Yankees fan. I love my Yanks. So favorite Yankee. I mean, John, for me, it has to be Jeter because I didn't live through the Reggie Jackson years or the Mickey Mantle years or the Joe DiMaggio years, regardless of what people think. It's Jeter, period. Jeter is class all the way. Class all the way, bro. Led by example, never used steroids, did it the right way, and led the team to titles and was always the emotional heart of that team, So, yeah, 100%. And that 7-episode The Captain documentary series on ESPN, to me, my personal opinion for how it moves me is just as good as OJ Made in America or these other documentaries or The Last Dance. The Captain is an incredible documentary series. Like, as a Yankees fan, I can go back. If I had that accessible to me, like I have The Last Dance accessible to me every time I go on Netflix, I would rewatch episodes of Captain like over and over and over again. It's just such a good documentary series. And, possibly the last gasp of greatness of the Yankees for a long time. As cool as Aaron Judge has been, and it was nice to be in the World Series, we just don't have that energy of consistency that we had during the Jeter years, with all those guys that went through there with CC, with fucking, oh God, what's the club? With Posada, Wells having his time on our team. I think Strawberry was on the team for a bit while we were winning as well. Who am I thinking of? The closer, the guy who's become a MAGA guy, which breaks my heart. Bernie Williams was on those teams. Oh my God, this is what happens when you get older, bro. This is what happens when you get older, bro. You forget the names of these people. Yeah. So there you go. Mariano Rivera. That's it. Thank you, Ed Rock. I appreciate you. Yeah, Mariano. Yeah, man, Mariano. Although he blew it against the fucking Diamondbacks. Oh man, and against the Sox in 2004. You know, I'll tell you this: as a Yankees fan for decades, I never thought of the Red Sox as like our rivals because we always beat them. We always beat them in critical moments. From the Bucky effing Dent thing to Pedro and the Zimmer battle there, winning that series. Aaron effing Boone. Like, I never thought it. And then 2004. 2004 is when it became a rivalry. When the Red Sox came back on, I mean, like it was it 19-3? I remember being at the Shell gas station in Burbank, loading up, and I was listening to the game, putting gas in the car. I was listening to the game, and I'm just like, because I was working. I didn't get a chance to watch the game, so I was listening to the last few innings of the game on the 20-minute drive home, and I remember stopping to get gas, and I just remember, and I'm just thinking to myself, man, the Red Sox, this is going to be the worst series loss they've ever experienced in my lifetime from the Yanks. And I thought for sure the next game maybe they'd win one more and then we would toast them. In no way did I ever think we were going to lose all three of those fucking games and blow the 3-1 lead. And that was the first day I understood what it was like to hate the Red Sox, like to hate them, to understand that this is a rivalry. So in a lot of ways, as a sports fan, it was great. But in so many ways, as a Yankees fan, I might have exchanged the Aaron Boone home run for never having experienced that series. I might have let the Red Sox win that game, so I never have to experience that series. Because 2004 is like a knife in the heart. I don't watch any documentaries about it. I know there's a Netflix documentary. Like, there are other documentaries I can watch of rival teams and rival players. Like I've watched the Sir Alex Ferguson documentary, even though I'm a huge Liverpool fan. I don't like Manchester United. I watched that doc out of respect. I watched the entire Cowboys series on Netflix, even though I'm a Washington Commanders, used to be a Redskins fan. Like I can watch them all, but I cannot watch any of the 2004. Even when they covered in The Captain, I was grabbing my pillow the whole time as I was watching it on the couch during that during those scenes. It's just too painful. It's just too painful. We could have won the series with that team. It was insane. And now every Red Sox fan now has 2004. Like, they will always go back to 2004. That's what they have to hang over us. Because I would argue that the 3-1, coming back from the 3-1 series, like being down 3-1, coming back on that, has more value and weight than the Bucky Dent home run or the Aaron Boone home run. Just because of the situation, what had happened the game before, and how much of a juggernaut we look like. It's too much. So yeah. Ugh. Oh, we still have Nate Diaz to go. We're not getting the other one, right? B houses, you can see yeah. I mean, I can't even explain. Like, there was such a helplessness as I was watching those final innings of every one of those games when we would start to blow it. I just was like, what is happening? It was like all the magic left us. Right? There's a great scene in The Doors. If you ever seen The Doors, there's a great scene in The Doors when Jim Morrison is on stage, and he's just gone too far with the drinking, with the mistreatment of everybody, the drugs, all that. And the Native American who had essentially been accompanying him throughout the whole movie, like, does the feather thing to, like, leave him. The spirit, the Native American spirit left him, right? It's the magic is gone. And it's to signify what happens to Morrison afterwards, whatever. I think that's how I felt watching the 2004. It was like our New York Yankees magic left with that series. It was the worst. Fucking the worst, man. All right, let's see what we got. Any more streamlines that have come through? Maddie says breaking Conor McGregor will face Max Holloway in the main event at UFC 329 in Las Vegas. Dana White announced on social media will be fought at 170 pounds. Okay. Have they fought each other before? Let's see. Conor, I don't think Conor can do it anymore, man. I love Conor, but I don't understand the logic in that. He hasn't fought in 5 years. All right, let's look at it. Months of speculation. Conor McGregor hasn't been Dustin Poirier broke that leg. Has agreed to make his Octagon return to rematch with Max Holloway in the UFC 329 event, July 11th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Wait, isn't there an event on at the White House on the 4th of July? Isn't that stupid event happening on the 4th of July? So they're gonna fight. There's gonna be another event 7 days later. All right. UFC says Dana White announced the anticipated McGregor was Holloway rematch. Oh, rematch. That's right. They did fight before. I thought they fought before, which will take place in the welterweight division. Ooh, McGregor's been scheduled for a return fight with Michael Chandler. Right. Golden Fighter reality series. Right. Expect to fight UFC Freedom 250, but the program. Oh, okay. Holloway, who the Irishman who defeated him by unanimous decision. Nevertheless, he will first have to share the cage with Holloway, who the Irishman defeated. Oh, right. He won in August of 2013. Wow. Wow. That's like yeah. All right. So great. It's happening. There it is. I was a huge Connor fan, and but all the shit since with all the stuff with that, the accusations of rape by that woman and the way he hit that old man in the bar, man. It's a lot. I've lost a lot of respect for Connor, man. I used to love him like crazy, but yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in that fight. While the UFC says rank these baseball movies: Summer Catch, Trouble with the Curve, Moneyball, and Bull Durham. Ooh, I would say Moneyball 1, Bull Durham 2, Summer Catch, and Trouble with a Curve. I think Trouble with a Curve. I'm frustrated. I was frustrated by that movie because the potential in that movie was there to be so great, and then in the end, it just kind of kept blowing it. At every opportunity, it had to be great. It kept blowing it. So, yeah. So that's my answer. All right, Wiley, guys, give me a second. I got to use the restroom again. I'll be right back in 60 seconds. Okay. So thanks, guys, for being patient with me. I am back. 170 of you hanging out with me live. Thank you so much. Please remember to subscribe to the channel down below if you haven't subscribed. And a lot of you hanging out, having fun with us. I appreciate it. Here I go back, another 40 ounce of water. Ah. Let's see. Is there any more Streamlabs? Doug says, Rocha, you said on Whiplash you wanted to be a sports announcer. I think you'd be great at it. Liverpool, Commodores, Yanks. Which team would be most fun to call? Ooh, probably Commodores. Sorry, Commanders. Jesus, Commodores. Commanders. Yeah, I mean, because I mean, I'd love to call the Liverpool games, but I don't think I'd be a good announcer for that because I'm much more excitable, So I think it'd be different. But with the Commanders, I think I'd have a lot of fun with that. To be honest, which one would I want to call? Liverpool first, then the Yankees, then Commanders for sure. But I think Commanders is where I would be the most fun to call for me if we were a good team because of the excitement people have around football, just the natural instinctual knowledge I have on American football for sure. Great question. Thank you, Doug. Sorry, guys. All right. Jeremy says UFC White House event is June. Oh, it's June 14th. Oh, I thought they were having it for July 4th to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America, but I guess not, huh? Is it lined up with Trump's birthday? Yawn. Who's walking out? Did you say someone's walking out? Oh, they're walking out. Oh, you mean to fight? Yeah. John, what are your thoughts on 90s baseball movies? Angels in the Outfield, The Sandlot, Rookie. Can I tell you something? I've never seen any of these movies. These are past my time. I was too old to watch these movies. Angels in the Outfield. Those were all these movies are for 12-year-olds. When when the kids, the 90s kids were into these movies, not me. Angels in the Outfield, The Sandlot, Rookie of the Year. No, I haven't seen any of those. I remember Riley almost lost on The Sandlot to me in that match we had for the title. I remember that. I know Angels in the Outfield is the remake of the one from the 50s. Rookie of the Year. Isn't that the kid who was in the Schmodown? What was his name from American Pie? Wasn't he the lead in that? Or am I wrong on that? Am I wrong on that? No, I've never seen The Sandlot. Yeah. Yeah, I've got people who've reached out to me who want to edit reactions for me. So maybe The Sandlot is one that I could watch and put a reaction up. I don't know if anybody would watch it, but could be a first try to see all that kind of stuff. So yeah, maybe. But yeah, who's the kid in Rookie of the Year? Who's the kid in Rookie of the Year? Tell me. Tell me. Oh, he's been too. Christian is upset at Ariel's questions. He thinks the questions have not been great. I agree. Now this is a match. This is the fight that could possibly go the distance. Because Nate likes to drag these battles out. So there's a very real possibility that this is like a 30-minute fight. Don't well, not full 30, but you know what I'm saying. So, and already we're behind because Ronda and Gina were supposed to walk out at 8 o'clock. They haven't walked out yet because we got this fight to go on. So yeah. I mean, Ariel is not good for these voiceovers. Like, there's nothing really ballsy about Ariel's voiceover work. He's a nerd who got into sports, and I totally respect that. But there's nothing intimidating about his voice when he does the voiceover of these things. So you need a deep voice guy. Get me on these things. Of course, you got a good luck, Abernathy. He's quite happy in his living room, chilling out, watching this stuff. Here we go. Mike Perry. Look at this guy. He's ready to go. There's no right. So it is Thomas Ian Nicholas. Yeah. For those who don't know, Thomas fought in the Schmodown for I think the first year he was in the Schmodown. I mean, for a year, not the first year, but for a year. I think he did singles and tag teams. I think he was a lot of fun to have on the show. He was really cool, and he was never like cocky or arrogant or dismissive or condescending about being in it. Because he really enjoyed it. You know, it was a little, if I remember correctly. Uh, oh yeah, Umberto wasn't a big fan of it. Most people got it though, right? Matt Atchity, other people in the business, they really enjoyed it. So I don't remember how Sam. I remember he was at Sam Whitwer was at one of the big events. I think it was him and Alex or him and Ken Knapsack going at it. So, but I don't remember if he was like a lot of fun to be around. I didn't uh, get to know him too much. I think maybe I was on the Star Wars, one of the Jedi Council or the Star Wars shows with him that Christian and Marcos did. I think, but I don't remember. It was so long ago. A lot of people think Perry's going to win this one, so we'll see. Ah. Oh, was it the four-way? Right, right, right. Okay. Some of you guys remember all these. I don't remember all these. Joe Mayabam says, please ask Steve if you can do Cinephiles reaction videos. I don't know what that means. Reaction to what? Uh, movies? Well, I don't know that there's anything we'd react to that we wouldn't do as an episode. You know what I'm saying? We try to do commentary tracks, but Steve didn't really like doing the commentary tracks. He was kind of bored with it. So I don't know if we would do reaction videos. But ironically, Steve likes to watch reaction videos. So I don't know if he'd be up for shooting them and recording them. So we'll see. Let's see if there's any other stream list. Fantastic says, I'm not a Yankees fan, but the team with Jeter was the greatest team ever without a greatest of all time, except for Rivera. I use that as an example when I coach young kids who weren't focusing on team play. That's fair. I think that's fair. I mean, Jeter was a great, but he was not the GOAT. You're absolutely right. I would never call him the GOAT. He could be a GOAT Yankee, but I mean, you still got to say that is he better than Joe DiMaggio? Is he better than Babe Ruth? Is he better than Mickey Mantle? These are questions you would have if you're talking all time. Better than Reggie? All time Yankees? I don't know. But yeah, that's a great point. I think I'd use the Detroit Pistons team with Tayshaun Prince and Ben Wallace and Chauncey Billups. Like, there were no stars on that team. There were a bunch of great stars on that team, but there were no stars. And so they were a great cohesive unit, and they took down the Lakers, who were full of stars with Shaq, Kobe, Karl Malone, and Gary Payton. So I would say that's a great team to teach people about the power of teamwork, and it can lead you all the way to a championship. I remember him fighting McGregor. Diaz, 2 fights with McGregor, man. When he took him down from behind, took him out, and then McGregor got his revenge. McGregor was winning that fight too, and then Diaz turned it around on him. So, look, Diaz is no joke, man. You don't know what you got with this guy. This fight could be over in 30 seconds, or it could last the whole fucking night. Diaz. Diaz is as much of an X factor as any fighter. This could be done in one round or go the distance. Crazy like that. You did. Yeah, I think it was a rear chokehold. Rear naked chokehold. Yeah, I remember that. He did. That was an amazing rematch. Wow, he looks thinner than I've ever seen him. Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, exactly. This is the best I've ever seen Nate. He's streamlined. It's amazing. Moro giving a shot to his dad. Respect. Shout out to his dad. Oh my God, this guy. I don't know what you're gonna get with this guy, man. This is seriously. That's why you watch a Nate Diaz fight because you never know what the fuck you're gonna get. Here we go. Yeah, I gotta say, MVP has put up a. This has been a good production for a first time out. Putting this up, I would give this very high marks. This has been entertaining. It's been engaging. Do I think the hosts were necessarily? I don't know if L. Duncan is the best for something like this, especially and then especially the guest panelists haven't been that strong, and Ariel's questions haven't been the best. But I think overall, in terms of the fights and the production value, this has been pretty good, pretty high. I would not say this is a bad event at all. 14 and 8, 11 knockouts, 8 losses, bro. Remember what I told you? The ones that are jumping up and down, getting all excited, is those are the ones that you who might get knocked out first because they expend all that energy to get themselves psyched up. If you know you're ready to go, you should just already be ready to go. All right, who you got in this? Who do you guys have in this one? Who do you guys got in this one? Anybody got Diaz? Who's got Perry? Who's got Perry? Who's got Diaz? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Nate. Okay. JR's got Nate. Dr. Gravity says Perry is the dog. Pandolf says Diaz all day. All day. Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it. Perry. Okay, Perry. A lot of people think, oh, it's pretty split. It's pretty split. Thank you, BR. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I couldn't handle it with either of those two guys in the ring. They both kill me. All right, it's okay. Starting to a little more Diaz than Perry, but still somewhat even. Oh, now it seems like pretty obviously Diaz. You guys have Diaz. So Christian said Diaz by submission. I say Perry in a knockout, but Christian said Diaz has only been stopped once in his career. So you never know. Hello. Here we go. Here we go. Poetry written in punches. Nice tomorrow. Ooh. Here we go. Perry coming out immediately. Watch out now. Perry on the aggressive. Diaz can take a punch though, man. Diaz can. Diaz can take a punch though, man. Look, he's trying to knock. He's trying to take Diaz out quick. Oof, almost got him there. Watch out now, though. See, the Diaz. Once he figures you out, he's going to start taking the shots. Like that preview said, Nate's about a death by 1,000 cuts. Look at that. Look at that. Held his face and did it. Perry is not intimidated by Diaz. I think he's talking to him. I think he's saying, "Oh man, I'm coming for you." Look at this. He's gearing up the knee. Oh, Diaz. Oh, that's what happens. You get cocky, son. You get caught. This guy's a veteran, dude. He'll let you jaw and get all crazy and excited all you want, and then he'll spin it around on you, bro. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Watch out now. Diaz can take. Oh shit! Be careful. Oh shit! You might be done, bro. You might be done, bro. You thought you could walk into the spider's den. You thought you could walk into the fucking anaconda's den. Yeah, dude, you put yourself in a bad position here, Perry. You are in a bad position, bro. You are in a bad position, bro. Look, good job by Perry to turn it around. Nice. Get away from him. Let him get up. Let him get up. Yeah, let him get up. Let him get up. Yeah. Let him get up. He's tired now. He's exhausted. Now you take him down from the top. Yeah, you got caught playing his game. You almost got fucking submitted. Yeah, Perry's a little tired, man. He's stumbling into these shots now. See what's happening? See, you spend too much energy getting yourself psyched up for the fight. You might not have anything left by the time the later minutes come up. I mean, Diaz looks tired as well, but oof. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, Diaz looks a little wrecked, man. But again, that could be an act. You never know with Diaz. It could be an act. Oof. God damn. That's 2 shots he's dribbling into his fucking solar plexus. But again, is Diaz doing this on purpose to drag him closer so he can start doing submission moves? Look at him. Yeah, Nate's like that. Nate's crazy like that. Oof. Damn, dude. Nate's looking rough, bro. Oof. See how Nate is, but Nate's going to get his shots in. You got to be careful. Uh-oh. 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 Watch out now. Oof. Yeah, it's a 3-round fight, man. There's no need to fucking put yourself in trouble. If you see the shot, take it, sure, but like don't keep walking into Diaz's shots. He's going to get a lucky one in. Look at that. 4 fucking jabs in a row. Look at that. 5. That's a tap. He's got the reach on him. Oof, he's already bleeding. But look at that. He's getting through his defenses. He's getting through Perry's defense. This is how Diaz does, man. You think you got him, and then he just slowly fucking figures you out, and the next thing you know, you're in trouble. The cut above the eye is going to hurt Diaz. Oof. But look at that. He's getting in there. Oh, fucking Perry, man. You're in some trouble, kid. You are in some trouble, kid. Look at that. Oh, come on, dude. Perry. Like you're bleeding from the fucking face. Look at you. You thought you had him. You thought you had him. Now look. Now we've got a bloody affair, which is where Diaz lives. Diaz lives in the blood, bro. He lives in the blood. He loves it. He doesn't wake up. He doesn't wake up in a fight unless he's bloody. Oh, my Lord, dude. Oh, my Lord. Perry is, I think Perry's exhausted. This is the first fight that's going to get out of the first round, possibly, of the night, of the big fights, I mean. I don't know what happened in the preliminaries. Oh, look at this shit. Look at Diaz. He's like, I'm just going to chill out, bro. He's suckering you in, man. Look at that. He's suckering you in. Don't play his game of like, oh, I'm exhausted. Put my hands on my hips. Oof. Oof. Watch out, man. Nate could fucking swing one right behind you. All right. There we go. Damn. Good first round. Good first round, dude. Woo-hoo. Good first round. Wow. You had him at the beginning, and then Diaz came back. Like I told you, you can't count Diaz out with anything. He's an X factor. Oh, my God. That was a really good round of MMA fighting there. But, yeah, I mean, like it looked like Perry had him, and then Diaz caught him down on the ground game. And then he got up. Perry got up, let him get up, and then it looked like he was going to get the best of Diaz because Diaz looked a little gassed, a little wasted. And then fucking Diaz slowly but surely broke through his defenses, pounding him. So they're both bloody now. Goodness gracious. I'm not going to say anything. That's an Olympian right there, y'all. That's a winter Olympian. I think she won a gold. I know, this is a little trashy. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah, cover up your panties for God's sakes. Come on now. You're in public. Here we go. Round 2. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, Nate, be careful, man. Nate's going to wear him out, wear him down rather. So Perry's got to get the shots in that he needs to get to kind of stop Diaz from finding his momentum. Look at this. This is dangerous now. He's starting to use the kicks now. And notice how Diaz came at him. This is part of the game plan, possibly, that they weather the first round, gas Perry a little bit, hurt him a little bit, and now Diaz looks like the more active fighter, which fucks psychologically with Perry, who thought we had Diaz on the ropes. Diaz put his hands on his hips, looking like he's gassed. These are little mind games you play with fighters, with your opponent rather. And Diaz has the longer reach. Look at that. Yeah, careful, man. Perry might have screwed himself here. Oof. How far away do those punches to the body look? Remember those punches to the body in the first round? Now look at Nate. Like Nate's just kind of figuring it out. Look at that. Look at that. Dude, he is suckering you. Look, and Perry's going to get frustrated. And then Perry's going to make a mistake. Look at that, dude. Oof. This is what happens. And then he's going to take him to the ground. And Perry's not going to have enough strength or energy to fight off Diaz if he gets him to the ground. Look at that. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. But Nate's still fighting, man. Nate's still fucking getting the shots in. Dude, that elbow. That's the thing that Perry's been doing really well is the elbows. Oof. Good uppercut there. Now, watch out, man. Again, get closer. It's going to drag you to the ground. Oh, he's flat. They're both flat. Look, I mean, Perry looks flat. Yeah, Diaz. Look, Diaz looks unstable, but that's how Diaz fights. It's almost like what do they call that? Drunk monkey, the Jackie Chan film. He's like drunken monkey. He fights like that. Drunken master, whatever it is. Look at this. This is what Diaz loves is the blood, man. He lives for the blood, bro. This is a 5-round fight. Good night. This ain't making it 5 rounds. Oh, look at this, man. Oof. Yikes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Yeah. Look at this, man. Oof. Yeah, it's true. And backing up is a lot. If Perry's smart, Perry like lays off a little bit, gets his energy back, gets his oof, gets his uh-oh. Easy now. Be careful, man. Be careful, man. He's gonna snatch you into the trap. Oof. Watch out, bro. I think you were better when he was standing up. You were doing better when Diaz was up. Oh, oh, where's that blood coming from the back of his head? Jesus. Oh my God. Ronda and Gina got to fight in this blood. Yikes. Oof. 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 Oh. They got to call this. Is there too much blood? Don't they call it when there's too much blood? You can't use the cage to do your kick. Was he holding on to the cage? How did they let him get away with that? Oh, he can't use the cage. He can't hold on to the cage and deliver a kick. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Dude, Nate is just a gusher, man. Nate's like fucking there will be blood when the oil comes out, man. Look at this thing. Oh, oof, oof. Oh, that's it. Oh, the bell rings. Saved by the bell. Damn. Damn. How are we going to the third round? Damn. Dude, there's no, come on. Are they going to call this thing? Like, if I'm Ronda and Gina, I'm like, you better wash this whole fucking ring before we walk out there. You don't know what Nate's got. Something tells me MVP isn't going to be testing people for too many things because they just want the fights. Bro, bro. Oh, he's cut from above his. Oh, dude, he's cutting like 4 or 5 places. Come on, man. You got to call this shit, bro. Look at this. Oof. No, he can't go, right? He's done. You got to call it. No. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Gina and Ronda want that ring washed. Oof. Wow. The people's main event. Wow, the people's main event. Okay. All right, let's get to some more of these questions. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Appreciate y'all. Manly Pandoff says on Cinephos, how do you get away with playing so many clips over 9 seconds to avoid copyright issues? Also, 04 to 08 best defensive b-ball teams ever. Oh, you're talking the Pistons. Yes, absolutely. They were amazing. We don't. We always have to fight the copyright issues. And sometimes rarely we lose, but most of the time we win. It's because we're not on camera and we're not showing the video. So you just hear it. So I think that's why YouTube lets us get away with it. But podcast wise, there's no issues. There's never any issues. But YouTube is the only time we ever encounter issues with copyright stuff. But you just have to fight it, submit it, go back and forth. We do that with almost every episode. They do not a copyright strike, but they do a kind of like, whatever they call it. And we have to submit a thing to fight back against it. Fred says Netflix put on a good production, especially since they didn't spend all that money on Warner Brothers. Just saying, yeah, it's fair, I guess, fair. It's just so you have a live stream for the fight. Want to give some support for your great work. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate it. Yeah, I started it 2.5 hours ago, if you can believe it, at 6. And here we are finally getting to the main event in the next 20 minutes, I think. Fred says, with all that blood, it's like watching Mighty Python, the Holy Grail. Just put a scratch. Just put a scratch. Oh, man. Amazing. He's too old. I don't really know how much about this. I didn't realize he was so young. I definitely would have bet on that one. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, everybody who's joining me now. Appreciate you. Any Streamlabs? No Streamlabs, just Super Chat so far. Please feel free to send in your questions, thoughts, and comments as we go along. Here we go. Winding into the finale with Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey. If I was both of them, I'd want them to walk that ring completely before we come out there or roll over a new tarmac or tarp rather over that ring so we don't have to fight in pools of blood there from both of those guys. But 250 of you joining me live. Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all madly. Thank you. If it's your first time hanging out with me here, please subscribe to the channel down below. Oh, let me turn this down so I feel like I'm yelling. please subscribe to the channel down below and hit that bell button. Leave your comments about all the fights that have gone on tonight. I don't know if I'm going to do time codes on these live watch alongs. I really don't do time codes on these live watch alongs, but the reactions are here. But this is more of like a live experience. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Thank you very much. Super chat Streamlabs will be answering those until the fight, and if there's any left over after the fight, I will answer them as well to wrap up the night. So please send them in as we go along. I will answer them. Streamlabs address is pinned in the video as well. So yeah, go for it. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh, here we go. It's that cute ring girl. My God. Good to see Edward James almost getting work. It's good to see him as a corner man. Yeah, Ariel. Mm. Oh, there we go. Jesus. Jesus. Here we go. Oh my God. Mike seems a little. Am I wrong on this? He seems a little like kind of like a little whacked in the head a little bit. He's not sticking in the staying in the lane. Nice, Fred. Nice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think this dude has a little bit of brain damage. I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean he can't. It's like a little slurring of the words, a little can't stay on task. So I don't know. What are the ammonia? Hey John, who's the Funko between Iron Man and Red Hulk? It looks like Soldier Boy. Oh, it's that's Andor. That's Cassian. That's Cassian. You don't recognize the beard, bro? That's Cassian. Well, it's not bleeding as much now. It's amazing, man. Come on, dude. There we go. Oh, yikes. Respect, man. It was not an absolute classic. It was a good fight, but it was not an absolute classic. Get out of here. Ugh. They gotta sell this stuff, though. They get paid to sell this stuff, just like Michael Cole. They get paid to sell this stuff. Let's do a fun little exercise. For those of you who have seen the Schmodown, who would be like, how would you set up the MMA fights? Like, who would take on who? Who would beat who? Like, who would end up like what would be your matchups if you were to do MMA fights with everybody who was in the movie trivia space? What would be the setups, man? How would you set up your tournaments? What would be the MMA fight you'd want to see between the people who participated in that league for a while? Let me know who you guys would want to see. Snyder versus JT. That would be amazing. Me and Ben. Oh, me and Bateman. That'd be a good fight. Bateman is thicker than you think. He's got a butt. You know what I'm saying? Ben is thick. He's got those thick legs and thick butt. So it'd be difficult to take Ben out. Plus, he's got the reach and he's tall. He's got that nerd rage. So I think the me and Ben would be an excellent MMA fight. It'd be tough. Because I'm shorter than him. But I do have long arms and long, so I could have a reach advantage, but it could be a fun battle for sure. Oh, fucking nice. Matthew Law. I like Matthew Law. He's a good actor. Oh, Illinois, yeah. Uh Rocha versus Winston. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. That could be an interesting fight for sure. Uh Rocha and Guy. Guy who? Guy who? Who's Guy? I don't know who Guy is. Ellis and Makuga, please. Makuga would wipe the floor with Ellis. It wouldn't even be close. Give me last names. Tom versus Mike. I don't know which Tom. Tom who? Is that Kalinowski? There was a lot of Mikes. Smets versus Jay. That's a 16 versus 1, man. No way Smets survives that fight with Jay Washington. No way. Jay would fucking smother him, man. Rocha versus me versus Kalinowski. I think I could take Kalinowski. Uh, Rocha versus Gunn. James Gunn? No, I don't want to fight James. Respect to James Gunn. Stepp versus Finstock would go. Oh my God, John Stepp versus Finstock. That would be amazing. Holy shit. Because Stepp would have the advantage, but Finstock is crazy. He's like a Nate Diaz, Finstock. You don't know what could happen with him. That would be hilarious. Guy versus Smets. Yeah, that's more of an even battle, I think for sure. Guy versus Smets. Oh, Andrew is Andrew. Okay. Rocha versus Battery. Sure. Finstock versus Sam Levine. Ooh, that would be a good fight. Although I don't think Sam would do it. Sam, of course, he's not a pugilist. Let's see. Me and Smets. Ooh, me and Smets would be a good fight for sure. I think I could take him, but it'd be a good MMA fight for sure. Of course, this is all assuming that we've all been trained, all right? I'm not saying like right now jumping in the ring. Yeah, Christian versus Mark. No way. Lilo Slippers. I'm watching the cleaning crew in the back. Do you think they have a special crime scene cleaning people? I bet they do. I bet they do for sure. Oh man, that'd be hilarious. Gucci versus Mance, not even close. Not even, I think Mance would have that anger, but yeah. Christian versus Levine, not even close either. Christian and Campia, that would be a good fight. Christian versus Campia, that could be an interesting MMA fight for sure. Dan versus Sam Levine. Oh, I think Dan would take him out. Dan's taller. Dan has the like hidden nerd rage. You guys don't see Dan get too angry a lot of the times, but I've seen Dan's anger. I was the victim of it once, because he had misunderstood some promo stuff I was doing. He thought I was going personal with it, and I wasn't. And I saw Dan's anger for sure. So yeah, Dan's got that anger. He's got that rage, man. Rocha versus Mance would be like, no, that would not be a good fight. That would not be a good fight at all. Rocha versus Frosty, please. That's a 30-second fight, if that. John versus Jeff, especially after Jeff spins John up with his train. Yeah, done. Me versus Christian could be an interesting battle for sure. Yeah. Bateman versus Chance, that could be fun. Saul versus Barbarian. Oh, 1,000,000%. Sign me up. I would sit front row for that battle. Saul versus Barbarian. That would be amazing. Even I can't take Frank. No way. No way. Saul versus Barbarian would be amazing. I would do that. Absolutely. Chandru versus the King. That actually would be a good matchup. I think I might be down with it. Roxy versus Steph. Good night. Good night. No way. Steph would take Roxy out. There's no way Steph would take Roxy out. It's not even close. Steph is no one to mess with, man. Oh, no, I wouldn't even mess with Steph. Riley versus Dan. Ooh, I think Dan would kill Riley. That's not even a question, I think, in my head. Rocha versus the Kid? No way. Rocha versus Fernandez. I don't know. Mark's a stocky dude. And he's got that Cuban rage. It might be a harder battle than I think with Fernandez because he could smother me. So I don't know. We'll see. That'd be a good fight, actually. Rocha versus Kanowski would do numbers. Absolutely. I'd do business. 100% that would do business. Jay versus Dan. Nost versus Bateman. Oh, that's a game over. I think Bateman would take Nost out quickly. Dorina versus Video Drew. Ooh. Oh, but Dorina, I think Dorina, but I think he'd be closer than people think. Coy versus Smets, that's a good matchup, especially because Coy is so big now. That could be an interesting matchup for sure. Knapsack versus Ellis. Ooh, Ken versus Ellis. I mean, I feel like I should take Ken, but I think Ellis could take Ken. He's been, Ellis has been working out in that gym all that time. JTE versus J. JT versus J. That would be the Francis Ngannou we just saw, for God's sakes. LOL. Dude, Rocha, you against that dude that speared you a long time ago in Colette. Oh, me and Guy. Ooh, I don't know if I could beat Guy. That would be a good matchup for sure. I don't disagree with you there. I think that would be a lot of fun to get that on if we were all MMA trained. Bibiani versus McSweeney. Hell yes. That's fucking Battle of the Gargantuas, that old 1970s film or 60s film. Absolutely. Bibiani versus McWeeny. Fuck yeah. Finstock versus Dagnino. Oh, yes. The fight himself. That would be amazing. Robert Parker versus Brendan Meyer. Absolutely. In the lightweight division. Totally. I would love that. JT versus Coy. Winner wins Boston. If it's for Boston, JT might have it. Yeah, Ken was a bouncer, Aberdeen, but that was like 20 years ago. Marisol versus Roxy. Oh, Marisol wiped before Rox. Marisol ain't no joke, man. Absolutely no joke. JT versus the floor. Revenge for his team. Absolutely. Rachel Cushing versus Miss Movies. Ooh, that's a good matchup. Like, I feel Rachel the whole time be like, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you. And Miss Movies would be like, no, I don't want to fight you. So either that would be Miss Movies getting the shots in, or Rachel finally snaps and just fucking pounds Miss Movies. That would be insane. Sorry, I missed this. Who's this? I don't know who this is. Yeah. Sam Whitworth versus Freddie Prinze. Whitworth kill Freddie. Is that Ken Zingano? Oh, wow. I didn't recognize her. Holy shit. Respect, man. Didn't she knock out Kat in like 30 seconds or some shit? She knocked her out in like 15 seconds. Oh, God. Do people still remember that? Really? Versus People still remember that? Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, Ronda destroyed Cat, I think, if I remember correctly. I remember watching that fight years ago. All right, let's talk predictions. That's enough for this one. Let's talk about Clark versus Cushing. Oh, Shiloh's battle for the I would love that. I would love that. Clark versus Cushing would be an amazing MMA fight. I think a lot of people think Clark would win that one, but Rachel has a lot of rage inside her just kind of there. So I would think that would be an amazing fight, to be honest with you. Handoff says my dream fight would be Frank Mir in his prime versus John Jones. Yeah, that would be great. That would be an amazing fight, though. Absolutely. Absolutely. Rocha versus Alex Wolf for the love of his mother. 100%. 100%. Gilmore versus Frank Janish. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, so B, how thinks Ronda submits her early? That's kind of what I have, is that Ronda takes her out in the first round. So Sam Macias says Rousey wins by third round KO. It shows 10 minutes until the fight, but it's more like 30 minutes. Probably Josh. Probably. This might be a letdown fight, but Ronda is most likely will win. Will most likely win. Probably. Probably. Let's see. Do I have any more of these? Okay. Thank you guys so much. 40 Streamlabs. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Or super chats, rather. Please keep them coming, man. Send some love here as we've been on for almost 3 hours now on the base show. It'd be amazing to get some more more super chats to Streamlabs sent in here as we're getting towards the end of this situation. For those of you new who are joining me to watch this, it looks like we have a little bit of time to go before we get into this fight. So we'll see what happens here. But it looks like it's going to be a bit. So send in your questions, thoughts, and comments. I want to hear what you guys think. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys want to? And I want you guys to give me your predictions. Listen, man, you can do everything you can to get ready. Once you walk out in that ring, it's a whole nother ball game, man. Hey, CM Punk. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Alicia Baumgartner. Nice. Oh, Dax. Hey. That's great. Oh, wow. Carmen Electra sighting. God, she looks the same, dog. She looks the same. Cameron's in here. Well, thanks for coming from New Zealand, James. Wow. Tommy Lee. Wow. Still rolling up in here, man. Hey, it's Michael Irvin. The White House with Michael Irvin. I think Cameron's there because he might be working with Netflix soon. I mean, he needs that money to make his next 2 Avatar movies. Who better than Netflix to give him the money? Because Disney looks like they want to give him less. Okay. All right. So we got all this to go. So guys, keep me entertained. Let's talk about stuff. Ask some questions. Let's get it going, boys. Let's get it going. Let's get it stuck. Let's talk about. I don't want to care. I don't care about any of this stuff. Let's get to the fight. Until we get to the fight, let's shoot the shit. What do you got for me? What do you got? What questions you got for me? Ask me anything you want to ask me. Don't have to send it as a Streamlab. I just want to fill the time right now. But if you send it as a Streamlab or Super Chat, of course, I'd appreciate it. But uh, ask me. Let's talk about some stuff. Oh, wait, here we go. I didn't want to. I think I ran out of. I got out of focus there. Listen, it says Caleb's Cantina. Usually listen to the Harloff show. Been a while since I visited your channel. Love the branding and look you got going. So clean. Thanks, Caleb's. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Yeah. I keep telling people to come to my channel. So I do good work here. We have a lot of fun here with all the shows we got going on. Thank you very much. Cameron's stance on Paramount is antithetical to everything he's been preaching and after 100%. I agree, Darian. I called it out myself. You're absolutely right. Jeff, are you feeling nervous about Lanterns like I am? I'm not actually. I'm not nervous about Lanterns because it's HBO Max, and I trust the people behind it, and I like Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierce. Although I have heard from a couple of people who are insiders, and they have told me that it's not getting the best reactions from people. So, but I don't know how much to put in that because they said that about Wonder Woman. It came out, it was amazing. So you don't know. What is that evil book behind? Oh, it's the Star Wars Master of Evil, Adam Christopher. This one sent me, Random House sent me this one. So yeah, whenever they send me these books, Star Wars books, I'd like to display them on my bookcases so people know they're there. Let's see what else have we got. Oh, Streamlab, you sent a Streamlab? Okay, let me look at it. Thank you. Fred says, the Helen of Troy hate is stupid. Lupita is not only beautiful, but that bod. When she wore that wetsuit Wakanda Forever, I heard all the men in the theater inhale and not release, me included. Yeah, I think it's all dumb. I really do. It's so stupid. And it's a sad thing. I was talking about this on the Cinephiles in our Cinephile Shorts. Like the directors should be allowed in situations like this with projects like this. And by that, I mean, this is a mythological tale that has been around for centuries. We get it taught in high school, or some of you are more intelligent than me in middle school. And so there's a universal aspect to it all. So if it's universal, then you can cast anyone you want in these roles. Same thing with Shakespeare. No one's going, this is my Henry V is my British. That is my British thing. You can't cast people who aren't British as King Henry V. It's just that kind of nonsense that, I had somebody going off on me on YouTube today, called me racist for not supporting it. And I was like, you're insane. That's so stupid. It's so stupid. This is a universal thing, mythology. And so you can play with the genders. You can play with the ethnicities of these characters. It's nonsense. It's just utter nonsense. So I just think it's dumb, but it's sad because we get sucked into these culture wars. Everything's a fucking culture war. And didn't the right used to complain all the time that the left makes everything a culture war? The right has been making everything a culture war now for the last few years. It's so exhausting, and some of these YouTube channels that take up the cause so they can make their money make me sick, fucking sick to my stomach. They're so consistently inauthentic in their beliefs in this stuff. Because I've heard from some people who talk to these YouTubers who push this anti-woke bullshit, and they say behind the scenes that they're doing it for money. So, how authentic are their points of views for real? There are questions to be asked. So it's just frustrating, even Elon is going off about it. And I think Elon's going off about it so much that you have to start looking at him going does he have jungle fever? And that term that connotates someone who has an obsession with being attracted to people who are black, with male or female who are black, and they get attracted to them. He's posting about it so much. You have to ask the questions. As a white South African as well, is there a kind of forbidden fruit element to this that he's letting out? Kind of like we saw with Eamon Goth in Schindler's List, right? With Ray Fiennes' character having that relationship with the Jewish maid, and Beth David's character, right? And so is that an element of why he's posting about it so much? So it's just also fucked up. It just makes no sense. You can say, okay, I don't think she's talented enough to play the role, or I don't really see her in the role. Fine. But to say she shouldn't be in the world because she's black is just to me, it's really dumb, just utterly dumb. So that's my thoughts on that. Well, here we go. Here we go. Gina Carano, 8:56 p.m. PT. Jesus, she looks good. She lost so much weight, man. She said she lost 100 pounds. I'll let you decide if Ozempic had a hand in this. She says she did it herself, but I don't know. It looks a little Ozempic helped, but who knows? Who knows? Carano. Let's see what's going on. What did I tell you? The ones who are jumping up and down. Only Perry's won so far. Dude, she looks nervous. She looks a little scared. I mean, I imagine you'd be nervous. You haven't done something in 17 years and you're finally getting in there to do it. I have Ronda winning this. So yeah. Here we go. Wow. She looks excited. Yeah. She looks excited. Is he streaming the video? No, man. You can't do that on YouTube. That's a violation, bro. So no, you will not be seeing the fight on this channel. You have to watch it on Netflix. But I will be watching the fight with you. Is what I've been doing for the last 3 hours now. Here we go, man. Uh, say this again. Like I said earlier, please do not reveal the results of the fight if you happen to be ahead or anything until I say it in the watch along. I don't want people to be upset or ruined or have it spoiled for them. So please do not post about it till I say who won the fight. Because you're watching my watch along, you might expect to get things spoiled by me, but not by people in the chat. So please do not reveal what happens here. Here we go. Oof. Here she goes. Fucking like Mike Tyson, man. Totally in the mindset. She gets into her mindset, man. Oh my God. She looks good, man. She looks muscly as hell. Oh wow. She's ready to go, man. Oof. This is I she looks dialed in, man. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, go Kinsman. We got it. You said it 45 fucking times. We get it. You think it's scripted. You're the cool kid in the class predicting that it's scripted. All right, you get your cookies. Now shut the fuck up and let the fight happen. Jesus Christ. Some of you need so much attention, you drive me insane. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, fuck, man. You're in some trouble, girl. You're in some trouble, girl. Here we go. I was just there. I'm gonna cover up the chat because some of you will try to spoil it. I know you. Even though I warn you to not spoil it, I know some of you are gonna try to spoil it. So if I'm not responding to your comments as we're watching the fight, it's because I don't want you guys to spoil it. There's always a bad apple in the bunch who's trying to spoil it. So this is where the Clippers play, right? The Intuit Dome. This is oh man, yeah. Dude, she looks ready. Jesus, none of her fights have gone the distance. 3 KOs, but none of her wins rather. 3 KOs, 9 submissions. Yeah, I don't think she's ever gone the distance ever. Even her losses, she was knocked out, right? Early. Jesus. Wow. This is almost like the Apollo Creed entrance in the first Rocky film, right? The master of disaster, the king of swing, the sultan of SWAT. God bless both these. Here we go. Here we go. What's the time on this? All right, here we go. Let's get it on. Ooh, man. Oh, run already. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Gina's in the rear naked choke. Oh, shit. Oh, 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 good night. The bar. Done over. I told you. I told you. Over. Over. Wow. Gina had no business thinking she'd go toe to toe with Ronda. No business. No business. Gina, was that scripted? I don't think that was scripted. She took her out quick. You've wanted it. This is a Mike Tyson fight. Done. She had no business being in that ring with Ronda. No business. I mean, this is just destruction. Utterly destruction. what's with all the tears? I don't know how this helps either of them, to be honest with you. I don't know how this helps Gina. It was nice that, she lost the weight, she got back, all this kind of stuff, but I don't think this helps her to go and, get any roles or whatever. She'll be cast anyway and stuff, I'm sure, especially that expanded bells. But Ronda, man, I mean, I don't know how this helps Ronda. She's got to, if she's really coming back. I know this is a one-off or whatever, but like she said, she wants to be the face of the team of the thing. So yeah, I thought she was going to get her in the rear naked chokehold. As soon as he let her go, though, it was trouble. Yeah. Oh, how is someone not? How did someone not like train her to resist the armbar? This she had all this camp and did all this stuff right there. Just hold on to her for a bit. Why are you letting her? I guess Ronda got out of it. But then right here, like, how are you? Oh, right there. The second she got her arm, man, it was over. Right. Oof. There you go. Thanks for coming. I'll give you a rundown of the fight. Gina Carano came out to fight Ronda Rousey, threw a couple of shots at Ronda Rousey. Ronda shot on her, took her down, and it looked like Gina might have a rear naked chokehold on her, not rear naked, but a chokehold on her to maybe submit her. Ronda got out of it, hit a couple of shots, caught Gina's arm, and then submitted her. That's literally what happened. That's it. So, uh, it's going to be a fun Monday. It's going to be a fun Monday. So, yeah. Christian just texted me. He just texted one word, Christ. So there you go. So Monday is going to be fun. Between our battle over Mandalorian and Grogu, our different reactions to that movie, and then this is going to be a fun Monday, definitely. Yeah, my recap was longer than the fight. Yeah, exactly. It's like those old school Mike Tyson fights when they last only one round. So 14 seconds. Wow. 14. Dude, destruction. This was destruction. Utter destruction. What, Winston's in here? Winston, you in here, man? I don't see him. I didn't see Winston. Oh, there he is. Swaggy Blurred, I told him before you told him. So please don't try to take credit away from me. Swaggy Blurred, I had the prediction first. You showed up second in the back seat saying you were predicting. I told him weeks ago, months ago. Christian even said that Matt Sarah agreed with me. So, Winston trying to take, don't take, trying to take credit, Winston. I had it first. 17 seconds. Woof. There you go. You knew she was going to get it, man. She was going to get it. So I'll stay for the post-match interviews and then I'll roll on out of here. So if you want to ask me any more Streamlabs or super chats, send them in before I wrap up the show. Would appreciate it. So yeah. How are they going to escape it with staged? Well, I don't think it was staged. She is Ronda. Gina had no business being in the ring with her. A lot of us said that. Ronda very much was, she does this all the time. So there was nothing that Ronda did that I don't think any of us who've watched MMA long enough were surprised by, because Gina's not in her class and was never in her class. Gina was fighting, people that couldn't hold a candle to the people that fight at Ronda's time or now. It's the beginning. So it's no surprise. It's no surprise. It's like dropping LeBron in the 1940s NBA and then being like, okay, stop him. You know? Yeah. Yeah, Ronda. If Ronda came back, it would have to be scheduled. Like, how could I say this? It would have to be coordinated fights. Change the world, sure, before, for sure. But this fight isn't gonna change anything. Yeah, I don't disagree. That she fought her fight. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she was never about trying to fight as long as possible. That was never Ronda's thing. Ronda always liked to get in and out. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, mm, there you go. Some positives. Some positives. Yeah, respect. Respect. There you go. Okay. Let's get these last questions here. Fantastic says Jean doesn't look like Cara Dune anymore, in my opinion. No, she doesn't. She's a lot thinner for sure. Dr. Gravity, what's your take on Elon cry about Nolan and us? I think I went on about it already. So if you want to rewind back a few minutes, I talked about that. Thank you, Dr. Gravity. WV Grant says, I am watching Half Man. Do you think Paramount owned HBO would ever do that show? Especially after I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Uh, I think everything is possible for now, but I don't know in the end if they'll have restrictions on the kind of content they're going to make. So we'll see. We'll see. That's all I can say is we'll see. But they are bringing in creators of color. They are bringing in people who are gay and straight. So we will see. Handoff says, "Don't miss my super chat." What was your super chat? I thought I got all of them in here. Pandoff says, "Have you thought about hosting these on your Discord for watch alongs? You can watch it live with fans." Well, I'm watching it live with fans now. What do you mean? Like, do you mean like connecting this to my Discord? That's a very real possibility. Um, but no, I like watching it here on YouTube as well. So if I could be able to live stream at the same time with both, then sure. I think if that's possible, I'd be down to do it. But I like doing it on the channel, and it gets views these watch alongs. So I like doing that as well. All right. I don't think we need to hear. Do you guys want to hear from anybody else? I don't really want to hear from anybody else. I'm good. I'm going to wrap it up here. These guys are just going to say all their stuff and whatever. So I will say this overall, I think it was a good production for a first MMA event. It went quick. You got to see some good fights for the most part. That last fight, sure, can leave you wanting a little bit, but you kind of knew that was always a possibility. But yeah, that's the way it went down. Thanks to everybody who sent in Streamlabs super chats tonight. I really appreciate you all madly. The support, the love you show this channel and me, especially for doing this kind of stuff. It means a lot. It motivates me to keep doing them when I can do them, when I'm excited to do them. So you guys mean a lot to me, and I appreciate you madly. Thanks for helping the channel grow. We're almost at 42,000 subscribers, which other people could probably make fun of, but for me, I'm pretty proud of where we've gone. So where we're going next, let's see where we go. So let's keep it going. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe down below and hit that bell button. If you want to subscribe to Patreon, patreon.com/John Rocha as well. And I will be starting YouTube memberships sometime very soon in the next week or so. I've done some research on it. I'm going to start creating some tiers and creating some benefits for people. So look for that announcement as well coming soon for YouTube memberships. I think there's a lot of things I get access to that I don't talk about a lot on shows because I can't. And so those are the ways that I can maybe kind of circumvent that stuff and talk about access that I get to all these movies and TV shows and give you my thoughts on that and as well, and other subjects as well that you all want to hear about. So please get on top of that as well. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you, man. And look for me on Monday on the Christian Harloff Show. We're definitely going to talk about this, but also tomorrow, maybe an episode of the Geek Buddies will be dropping. Hopefully at some point tomorrow. We'll see. If not, we'll start the week on Monday and then get going with all the stuff we got going on there next week. And of course, the review of Mandalorian and Grogu early on in the week tomorrow, next week as well. And The Boys final season as well. All right. Thanks, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Be well. You guys are amazing. Thanks for taking the time. Love you madly. And I'll talk to you next time with another brand new live watch along here on the John Rocha channel. Peace until then.